We're here talking panic chamber. Players that you're panicking on. Maybe you shouldn't be. Maybe you shouldn't be panicking on Garrett Wilson. Maybe you should be panicking on Austin Ekeler. Maybe you should be panicking on both Mark Andrews and Darren Waller as the tight end pool in fantasy football. The tight end landscape is just in shambles right now. We're going to be talking about that and more. Also, I have here, right in front of your face, a poll that I want to drop on you. And anybody that drops a $30 or higher super chat is going to get whatever short question. You can't put your whole freaking team in the question. This player, that player, or that player. 3-player max. Anybody that drops a $30 super chat or more, I'm putting their question in the poll, and we'll get some feedback. Appreciate you all being here. The Fantasy Football Show begins right now.
FantasyFootballShow.com studios.
It's the Fantasy Football Show.
Live! Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Smitty is also live whenever news breaks.
From the FantasyFootballShow.com news desk, here is your breaking news.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have some breaking news to go over, and then we're going to get to a whole bunch of other stuff. Let me right now in the chat drop my my link here to this poll so you guys can all participate in voting on this bad boy. Let me put it in the stream here. Dropping the poll right now. Vote on the poll. I'll pin the message right now. Hold on one second, and then you guys can vote, and let's watch you guys vote on this live. Who would you rather have right now? A.J. Brown, DeAndre Swift, or Najee Harris? I venture to say this could be kind of all over the map, but I'm very anxious to see where everybody throws DeAndre Swift and how many people give up on A.J. Brown. This will be quite interesting, to be honest with you. Quite interesting, to be honest. So file on in. Hit that like button. Let's get to work. The Fantasy Football Show Panic Chamber Edition begins right now as well.
You are entering the Panic Chamber, brought to you by Grindhouse. Vintage movie tees and hoodies. You are entering the Panic Chamber, brought to you by Grindhouse.
Grindhouse, your official hoodie and tee home when you're here in the Fantasy Football Show. Look at no Najee Harris votes. Oh my God. No Najee. We have 32 votes already and not one Najee Harris vote. That's unbelievable. I'm not saying he should have votes. I'm just completely shocked that we have had everybody rank DeAndre Swift over Najee Harris going forward. 33 of you, including myself. That's crazy. But A.J. Brown's showing some ability to still be commanding that top 15 overall value. But this poll is crazy when you think about it. I threw Najee in wondering if this would mix the poll up. Like if I threw Najee in, maybe it would be thirds. The votes would be in thirds. But no, the votes are sitting here at a 20-17. The link is in the live chat. We've got 37 votes so far. This is a live update here. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. DeAndre Swift is earning his keep after one game. And I agree. I'm very excited about DeAndre Swift. I think the coaching staff would be absolute, it'd be idiocy to turn away from Swift. And so I think he gets the work. He just has to stay healthy. But this is unbelievable. Not one Najee Harris vote. Out of 40 votes so far, not one Najee Harris vote. This is absolutely crazy. Not in a bad way, just crazy. How quickly things change. How quick things change when a game happens. There we go. Najee, we got a Najee vote.
To the moon.
Who is that? Is that Ron? Somebody came in and voted Najee Harris. He said, I can't take it. I can't take. The poor man doesn't have a vote. 46 votes already, and it's A.J. Brown, 26, DeAndre Swift, 19. Unbelievable. Look, guys, we knew this earlier. I came out with this news a while ago today. Came out here and told everyone that based on the cryptic Austin Ekeler Instagram story post or actually post on his feed where he said, "Be patient." I heard something today where somebody said, be patient for like the long term or something. He was saying, I forget the words he used, but it was like the long game, the end game. Don't be discouraged by the now, and be patient. And so we knew that was a cryptic. I'm not playing week number 2. So we knew he was out, but we've now got official word that he has been downgraded to doubtful for week number 2. So Austin Ekeler is doubtful for week 2. You're starting Joshua Kelly if you have him. Breece Hall is listed as questionable, but is expected to play. The report is he's expected to play, but he has a tough Dallas defense matchup, and he is going to be sharing workload still. So it's a tough start for Breece Hall this week. If you've got a better option, there's definitely a better play out there, I think, for a lot of you. Swift was one of them. A lot of you put Swift on the bench. And I was honest in saying that I would do that in one league. I would start Swift over Breece Hall in one league, but I also said that I would go Breece in the other league if I had side-by-side leagues, just on the off chance that Breece pops an 80-yard touchdown run. I can't sit him in every format. I just can't. I need to have Breece out there in at least one format, I'm sure, or it'd drive me nuts to watch him and not get any production. This right here, Jalen Warren oblique was removed from the week 2 injury report and will play against the Patriots. Good buy low right now, coming off a very bad week 1, and so you can probably get him cheaper than you should. Greg Dulcich, this guy that everybody absolutely loves. Let me move this graphic over a little bit. It's a little bit big and in the way. Greg Dulcich, a player that I wasn't real fond of walking into the season because everybody just thought this guy was going to come out and be an absolute menace. And he's injured. He will not play week 2. Never really proven anything, so that's why I've been a little bit off that train. James Conner was removed from the week 2 injury report, but you better trade him off of this news if you even can, because that guy won't sniff the end zone. He'll get injured. He lives off touchdowns. The Cardinals won't score. Sean Payton said Jerry Jeudy hamstring will play week 2. This is another sell high immediately. Jerry Jeudy I do not believe in. I'm getting rid of him the first chance I get. This news here, just celebrating DeAndre Swift. We talked about that earlier. And basically, coaching staff was so pleased with how he held onto the football in the final stretch instead of, when the defense was poking at it, hitting them. Drills they practice every day in practice to strip the ball. Swift would not let go of it with his kung fu grip, and that's what impressed his coaching staff the most. You know what that tells me? That tells me that the staff believes he is the guy in the fourth quarter. He is the grinded out between the tackles running back for this Philadelphia Eagle team that has the best offensive line in football. Swift is the grinded out fourth quarter running back. He earned the job. Those words right there tell you that the coaching staff believes in him when the game is on the line. And I thought I could stand up and do a little mashed potato dance, but clearly my cameras were all jacked up. Let's try that one more time. Swift, his coaching staff believes in him. We believe in him. Swift season. Swift season. Swift season, baby. Doing it live. This vote is out of control. The vote is pinned in the live chat. You can vote on this right now. A.J. Brown, 36 votes. DeAndre Swift, 21. Najee finally getting 5 votes. He had 0 votes when we had about 40 total votes. Najee had not 1 vote. Then we've had some stragglers come in. And usually people that are late to the show are the ones that are late to the vote. And it's kind of crazy how the votes haven't changed as much up top. And then people come in, and then the people that are late to the news, late to the decline. I mean, is there something to this? Think about it. From a psychology perspective, the people that were late to the stream, more of those people on average voted for Najee. They're late to the decline. They're late to the news. They're late to the rise. Dare I say that the 5 Najee voters were all late to the stream, and the 5 Najee voters don't own Swift. No one needs to take a lap. I just, it was interesting. This one right here is from Ian Rappaport. Mark Andrews is a full participant today in practice. Indication that he will play week number 2. Let me tell you something. Panic Chamber episode, ladies and gentlemen. We are doing the Panic Chamber. Yes, Mixon is on that. Just hang tight. We're getting right to it. But guess who's also going to be in the Panic Chamber conversation today? Mark Andrews. We'll put him in there first. We'll come back. Panic Chamber. And don't forget, Panic Chamber is brought to you by Grindhouse. Grndhaus. Grindhouse Supply on Instagram. Grindhouse Supply on Instagram. And get your Grindhouse merch. Let me drop that link in the chat. This is the only place I go for my hoodies and sweatshirts because it's movies and hoodies. What could be better? Godzilla, Spider, The Thing, Mr. Beast, or The Beast, Mr. Beast, The Beast hoodies. What's better than cult classics from over 40 years ago on a hoodie that is my sponsor, that I absolutely beg to come back every year? I will be begging Grindhouse to come back because I love promoting them. And I truly, truly mean that from the bottom of my heart. This right here is from Shefty saying that Travis Kelce's playing week number 2. We knew that was going to be a go. Kelce's back. Let's go. Kelce is back. Kelce's back. Doing it live. Love Kelce. Kelce's taking everybody to the moon. The moon today. Get ready. It's going to be glorious. Super chats I will answer in order in which they're received. Hang tight. We always do the monologue first, so just get them piling in, and you know, if you don't want to wait. Not many expected rookie wide receiver Puka Nacua to be a key part of the week 2 injury report, but here we are. This talking about Puka's oblique. He's expected to play, but this is one of the most overrated players right now in fantasy, and if you have him, get rid of him, because you can get a ton. I've seen people we had somebody trade Puka or Swift for Puka after the game. After the game, we had somebody trade AJ Brown for Puka after the game, and we had somebody else come in here and trade. I think it was like there's a couple. It was like Dameon Pierce. It was Debo type players. Give me a break. Give me a break. Puka Nacua is a wide receiver 3, and could he be a good one? Sure, because Stafford overfeeds his players, but that's why Puka's doing what Puka's doing. Puka had 87,000 targets in week 1. He's not gonna stay healthy at that rate. Number 1, he's already injured. Number 2, that is Stafford. That is a product of Stafford. Puka will decline the moment he doesn't have Stafford. Once Stafford's removed from the lineup due to injury, because he's a walking injury, Puka will vanish as quickly as he emerged. And we got so many content creators out there calling him the next Cooper Kupp. AC says Nacua, a.k.a. the second coming of Randy Moss. Give me a break, bro. Give me a break, bro. Come on. Oh, bro. And again, Kelce's good to go for week number 2. Let's freaking go. Kelce's good for week 2. It's football season, baby. Where's my football? It's football season. Kelce's back. You know, Kelce's back. And we gotta make sure we take care of some drafts here in a little bit. Main slate of games on Underdog Fantasy, promo code Smitty. Links in the description of this video. It's in the description of every video. Maybe at the end of the stream, we jump into a week 2 best ball draft on the Sunday slate of games, and we do that live. So if you haven't already, let me drop the link in the live chat. Real quickly, and then make sure you sign up while we're sitting here the whole show, because if you don't sign up, you won't be able to play and get into this draft. So the link is being dropped right now as we speak. There it is. Link is dropped. We will get into a draft at the end of this show. Code Smitty if you don't use the link. Link's in the description if you're watching the replay. And I just dropped the link in the live chat. We will be drafting on Underdog Fantasy, promo code Smitty, at the end of this show. And I don't know if they're real quick drafts. They're like 6 people in each draft, 6 rounds. It's phenomenal. Okay. AC, unbelievable. Puka Nacua. Puka Puka over JJ. I know Mason's joking, but spread the word. Why are we selling Waller? Patience, young Padawan. Just like Ekeler told you, patience. Look at Ekeler's telling you, be patient. Okay, be patient, Drew. I'll be telling you why Waller, when we get to the panic chamber, why Waller is a must avoid going forward. The guy's 97 years old, and he's already injured. Aaron Jones, questionable hamstring for week 2. This is a sell, and we got him on the panic chamber too. Now, just because you're on the panic chamber doesn't necessarily mean that we're going to close the door on you. Sometimes it's a topic point, a topic of conversation, and I come in here and I shoot down the fear, right? So don't think just because everybody's listed on here. I'll give you a hint though. I think I close. Hello? Yeah. Do I close the door on the panic chamber? Don't tell anybody, but I think I closed the door on all these guys. All right, later. Panic chamber does not mean that you're going to have the door closed on you like I'm doing right now. Mark Andrews will have his self sealed off in the panic chamber doors, so hang tight. Okay, Aaron Jones is going to be a sell for me on the panic chamber. I'm going to spoil that right now. Look, he looked phenomenal in week 1, but he is an older running back that's breaking down. There's a lot of concern. There's a lot of concern for Aaron Jones moving forward, and if you could sell him, you know, the problem is he's injured. How are you going to sell him? You're just going to have to find a creative package, a 2-for-1. You trading Aaron Jones, getting Debo and Swift, getting players like that, getting Garrett Wilson and Dameon Pierce for Aaron Jones. These deals can be had. I help people do them every day on my thefantasyfootballshow.com text line. Thefantasyfootballshow.com, where you get all my rankings, bold predictions, trade calculator, text advice, all the articles, etc., etc., etc. And I help people every single day on the text line execute trades that people come in here and say, I wish I could do that in my league, but I'm so... Oh, no. I thought we broke it. I wish I played in a league, Smitty, that allowed me to trade Alexander Madison for Debo Samuel last week. You just think you're so special, Bob. You think your league's not susceptible to bad trades. Let me tell you something right now. For every one of you, I know everything Ian's out there. My league's great. I wish this guy was available in my... Like, when we go to this waiver wire show, it's so funny how many people say this. Oh, I wish I could find these guys available in my league. There's no way Roshan Johnson's available in my league, Smitty. Well, let me tell you something. Not everybody has big benches, Bob. Okay, so this is not going to necessarily help everyone that has 18 bench spots, but that's why these guys aren't available. It's not because your league's so special or that you are so special, Bob. So leave everybody else alone that can pick those guys up right now. I just want to show you guys this one more time. DeAndre Swift. Let's go. So excited for DeAndre, bro. His team, his coaching staff, his coordinator, everybody's so excited about DeAndre. It's DeAndre season finally. This is that Puka news. I think I've got all these news items out of the way, right? Andrews is expected to go, not a full go, but expected to go. And then Travis Kelce a go. Okay, these are all been taken care of. Again, sell Andrews. I'll get to that in a minute. Zach Moss is a decent start this week. He's been removed from the Colts injury report. They could lean on him. I mean, Deion Jackson looked cheeks, bro, in week number 1. We knew that. Big Bench Bob. Yeah, Big Bench Bob. That's a good one. Big Bench Bob. He thinks he's good. It's not him. And you know what? When Big Bench Bob comes in and says, I wish those guys were available in my league, when I get the numbers from Yahoo's available percentages, so I know they're available. When we look at this list and we say Roshan's available, or he was before the waiver wire process. This is our week 2, Monday night show. 85% is a big number. Don't come in here and say he's not available in big boy leagues. You just play in a league where you didn't get him, and you're making fun of people that play in leagues with small benches when you don't have Roshan. Okay, so leave everybody alone. all the negative Noahs in the comments about everybody else's league. Mind your own business. Puka Nacua, already got that one out of the way. Devontae Adams, kind of a concern for me, just because, like I've always said, Jimmy Garoppolo throws these hospital passes. Peanut Butter and Waivers joining the YouTube exclusive membership. How did he not have a membership already? Devontae Adams removed from the injury report. A good opportunity to sell high if you wanted to. Christian Watson, hamstring is questionable. He was upgraded to a limited session, which there's hope, but he's definitely been a disappointment so far. But a good buy low because people are ready to write him off. Some are saying, should I drop him? Should I drop Christian Watson? This chat's got poll's got 84 votes. A.J. Brown, 52. DeAndre Swift tailed off, 26 votes, and Najee got 6. And let me see if there's any super chats that are over $20 or $30 because they get to have their question put in the poll if they want it. Any $30 super chat can get in there. Okay, we'll just wait until we get one. If someone wants to have their dilemma voted on by 85 people or 100 people. That is the news, and let's jump straight to the panic chamber one more time, ladies and gentlemen. Let's open up the panic chamber doors, and let's talk about this guy, Mark Andrews, who was injured all of last year, came back, still was not the same player, and yeah, then Lamar was out. I get it, but then we didn't know how to judge that, right? We ended up saying, well, maybe it's Lamar. Maybe once Lamar's back, Andrews returns to form. And we still don't know how Andrews is going to do with Lamar because he didn't play week 1. We don't know if Andrews and Lamar is the right recipe to get Andrews back on track. Problem is, he's injured. And yeah, he's been upgraded to probable at this point. And he's going to likely play unless he suffers a setback. But he's injury riddled. He's an injury-prone player moving forward. This feels like Waller. In fact, I'm going to put Waller and Andrews in the panic chamber together because we're going to close the doors as they hold hands and sing Kumbaya because both these guys scare me to the point where I'm becoming a scared Scot if I own them. Oh, wait, I don't own them really anywhere because anywhere I had Waller, I sold him last week, and I just don't think he stays healthy, not to mention... both these guys are getting older. Andrews he's got a shot. Andrews has a shot of turning this thing around and maybe shaking free this injury label. But if I can trade Andrews in a dire, we need a tight end on almost every single team landscape right now, I think I take advantage of it and I go grab some people still have Laporta on waivers. Some people have, let's go back to the waiver wire list and see what players are potentially there. Some people have Kincaid dropped in the big wave of first run waivers. Kincaid's out there. Hayden Hurst was targeted a lot. Henry's still there. Luke Musgrave is a great ad. I'd rather roll with Musgrave. I'd rather roll with Hunter Henry. I'd rather roll with Hayden Hurst and get myself a pretty significant player with this Andrews swap that I could probably do because Andrews can go get you an A.J. Brown right now who's very undervalued. And A.J. Brown we have right here as winning this poll, 58 votes, 28 votes, and 7 of who you'd rather have rest of season. So I think A.J. Brown would be an excellent target and player to go get using Andrews. Waller probably won't get you that, but Waller could get you a Debo. Waller could get you a Dameon Pierce. Maybe Andrews could get you Gibbs, especially if you throw in Puka Nacua or Joshua Kelly, people or Algier. Algier's been getting people the world. I had 2 people yesterday or the day before on the show and on the text line, multiple people today and yesterday, literally trade Algier for 3rd and 4th round talent equivalent. Like if you're drafting today, you could go and get a Debo, a potential Waddle. Who were the other names? I'm blanking on. Somebody actually got something insanely crazy. It was DJ Moore, who was being written off by everybody. Someone traded Puka for DJ Moore. Someone traded Tyler Algier for DJ Moore. Someone traded, there it is, Garrett Wilson. Garrett Wilson was had by 2 different people using Algier. Using Algier, they traded, and another person traded Garrett Wilson for Algier. Another person traded Garrett Wilson for Puka Nacua. These are two players you throw into a Waller or Andrews deal, and who the hell knows how it shapes up for you. So these two gentlemen, it's not that they can't do well if they're on the field, but will they stay on the field, and is it worth not capitalizing on the trade value in a tight end climate where everyone's struggling so bad they might take a big risk? And you could take a risk of walking away from one of these guys and going after, Cole Kmet, who I think is available still in a lot of leagues. Cole Kmet, who had his quarterback Fields do nothing. Cole Kmet has been given up on by so many people. Cole Kmet's a fantastic pickup and play. And I'd gladly start Cole Kmet and have Debo than have just Waller. I'd gladly start a player like, Garrett Wilson and Cole Kmet over Andrews. Gladly. Give me Garrett Wilson, probably my favorite target using Andrews. Give me Debo or Dameon Pierce or Walker, probably my favorite targets for Waller, and go do it live. You guys are both in the panic chamber, and I'm not taking you out. If we go back to the drawing board here, let me get rid of these guys. You're gone. Deuces. Lamar Jackson. Do I feel like Lamar Jackson may or may not have the ability to bounce back? Of course, I think it's possible. But A, he needs Andrews to be healthy. B, they need to let him be Lamar. They're trying to make him throw too much. And remember what I told you in the offseason, all offseason long. This guy not only has failed you 3 years in a row, he has either busted or at least strongly disappointed everybody that's drafted him for 3 seasons in a row. And what usually is the recipe for him doing badly? When his team forces him to throw the football instead of being the natural Lamar run, pass, ratio combo that he is. They try and force him to be a pocket passer, and they want to go more pass heavy. And it usually ends badly. I said this all off season long. I don't know what's in store for Lamar. I'm not saying he can't bounce back. I'm not saying get rid of him. But if you've got a Jordan Love and you listen to me and you cuff Jordan Love to him, if you got another player like T. Law, and you just got lucky and you drafted 2 QBs because he fell or something crazy. Or you can upgrade Lamar using Puka, using Joe Mixon, using a Alexander Madison, who I told you to trade before week 2 kicked off. And I told you he's going to bust in week 2. And now you can't get a ham sandwich for Alexander Madison. You can try. But upgrade Lamar is probably better than straight up swap. Unless you have Jordan Love and you want to put your cojones on the line and wheelbarrow them in to week number 2. You can do so by giving up a Lamar for the Debo, for the Waddle, for the A.J. Brown for next week. Even if you had like a really good quarterback, and depending on your league and how your league works, you could organize a trade that sent Lamar to the owner that had A.J. Brown bust. You don't get A.J. Brown's points this week. Not that he did much anyway, but they get Lamar's services this week, and it helps them to do the trade. They're like, okay, if I can do that, you might be able to do that straight up. And if you've got a Love or a different situation, or like I said, use Lamar and another piece to upgrade into a doubted Joe Burrow, into a doubted Fields. My favorite targets right now for Lamar are Garrett Wilson, Debo Samuel, Dameon Pierce again, and Justin Fields. Those are my favorite targets for Lamar Jackson, who is 100% in the panic chamber. He didn't disappear. What happened to Lamar? Lamar didn't go anywhere. Swift is not in the panic chamber. What is he doing on the screen? Oh, this is from our meter of being the best pickup of the year. Let's go to that real quick because somebody said Swift. A lot of people have said Swift's been available in their league, and that's why I have that on screen. Swift, if available in your league, is a 10 out of 10 in terms of being the best pickup of the year. If he is out there on waivers in a league where you've got small benches or someone stupidly dropped him before kickoff and he gets locked for the week, right? So there's a couple cases like that. I think it was Just Sherman had that. I thought Just Sherman didn't pick him up. Just Sherman in his league, Swift was dropped and he gets locked until the next week, no matter what. You can't wait it out. You can't pick him up. If that happened, and believe it or not, that happened in more leagues than you guys probably imagine. I would say in at least 5, 6, 7, 8% of leagues, he was cut. He was cut coming out of week 1. People were so pissed off. And if he is available in your league, he is a 10 out of 10 likelihood of being the best pickup of the season. So grab him and do it now. Same thing would be for A.J. Brown. A couple of you said A.J. Brown got cut. That's insane. That's ridiculous. That is hogwash. That is stupidity if A.J. Brown has been released. Joe Mixon had not quite the week 1 a lot of people wanted. And guess what? He's probably not going to have the season you want either. He could rebound a little bit in week 2 depending on how the Bengals decide to approach week 2 and how they want to maybe get their offense back on track. They could focus on establishing the run to set up the pass, or they just ball out throwing the football, spreading the ball around, and they cook up some amazing plays and get the football delivered downfield. Joe Burrow is pissed off. Joe Burrow's coming for blood. Joe Burrow knows how to deliver when his back's against the wall. Joe Burrow's headed to the moon. Joe Burrow's going to make the pancake stack famous again. Make the pancake stack great again.
The stack above all stacks. It's time to drop the pancake emojis in the live chat.
Make the pancake stack great again. Drop the emojis, please. And so I truly believe whether he has a good game this week or not, and good for you. If you own him, he has a good game. You get the points. Now you get the sell high potential. But Joe Mixon is 100% a player I am closing the doors on. Panic Chamber Joe. We're going to do it live. Joe, you are in the panic chamber, and I'm closing the doors. Sell them high. Sell them now. Go get Waddle. Go get a player like, you throw Mixon and a receiver together. Maybe you get a Gibbs from the panicked Gibbs owner that truly is still wondering what Gibbs' workload divide's going to be. The Gibbs owner, not every Gibbs owner loves Gibbs right now. I got 2 DMs from people on my text line just not too long ago that said I'm worried about the way Detroit's going to use them. And I understand where it's coming from. I just disagree with that 1,000%. And because there's still a lot of doubt about Gibbs, I think you can get him cheaper than you should. And what's easier to do than a 2-for-1? You give up 2-for-1. Nothing, because it adds confusion to the evaluation process. If you throw, let's say, a freaking Keenan Allen and Mixon together, Keenan Allen and Mixon for Gibbs, I think you get it done. I traded Barkley for Gibbs, and actually we did in the throne draft. You guys remember we drafted Saquon Barkley? We traded Saquon Barkley, and we got back Gibbs and Hollywood Brown. And I don't love Hollywood Brown, but maybe we flip Hollywood Brown. And no one said anything. Nobody said anything in the chat. The trade was executed. Everybody was quiet as can be. That league is so quiet anyway now. I don't know if we're doing the throne draft again next year. It got too dull this year. Nobody's even spreading the word about it. No one's doing much live on it. No one asked their audience. They went to these private chat groups. We did that a couple times too, but because you're busy and you don't have time to go live. But no one went live. We went live on the first pick. We did a lot of good damage with this one. But it's hilarious though how much Gibbs owners are freaking out. And this is that psychology in fantasy football where Gibbs owners are worried about it's too good to be true. Let me get away from it. You know how people self-sabotage? This is self-sabotage. It's, hey, let me trade away the Gibbs thing before it falls flat. And then they give them away too much. You can easily trade a Keenan Allen and Mixon to a panicked Gibbs owner. Not every owner, but to a panicked one and get Jahmyr Gibbs. Jahmyr Gibbs, you are in the panic chamber. Or Jahmyr Gibbs, you're not. Good God. Jahmyr Gibbs is not in the panic chamber. Joe Mixon, you're in the panic chamber. Madison, do I need to say more on this one? Can we just close the door on Madison? Do I really need to say more? Barkley, offense. Aaron Jones, I talked about it. Both these guys are in the panic chamber. Aaron Jones a little less than Barkley, but if he doesn't play this week, and Ekeler's not playing this week, there are a bunch of older running backs that once you hit a certain age, you're just more likely for injury. And when you get that injury earlier, now we got to be fair and say, well, Christian Watson's injured, or we're not super critical of that, or hey, this guy or that guy's injured, but you still like him, Smitty. I get it. There's some hypocritical type of, I guess, analysis going on sometimes when your gut tells you that this guy's injured, but will be okay. Christian Watson's also a lot younger. Not concerned about the lingering effects once he gets back, as I would with Cooper Kupp, who has a hamstring injury just like Christian Watson does, but he's an older player with a big, long injury history. Christian Watson, I think once he's back, he's back. I don't think they're rushing him because they see Cooper Kupp's situation unfolding, and they're like, let's be very careful. Watson was back for a limited session today, and we'll see if he plays. But if he doesn't, I think he fully plays the next week, and I think he'll do very, very well. Christian Watson's one of the best buy lows right now in fantasy football because people are considering and contemplating dropping him. Barkley and Jones are in the panic chamber. Not saying get rid of them for pennies on the dollar, but I traded Barkley straight up for Pollard before the year started. I doubt you can get that done now unless you throw in a player, throw in Algier, throw in Puka Nacua. Try and just get some wiggle room to upgrade Barkley into Pollard. If you can't, Jahmyr Gibbs, Barkley for Jahmyr Gibbs. If you can't, throw in a little bit. Throw in a little bit. We traded Barkley for Gibbs in the throne draft, and we got Hollywood Brown, who I don't love, but it was a nice little add-in. And Aaron Jones, I would trade Aaron Jones for Gibbs. I would trade Aaron Jones for Breece Hall and try and get more because Aaron Jones balled out. And I would trade Aaron Jones for Kenneth Walker and Charbonnet together, I suppose, because we don't know what's going to happen with Aaron Jones. These are both panic chamber guys for me. Doesn't mean you sell them low. Sell them for the right price. Don't be a crazy Caleb. And let's see, this vote is still going. 60 votes for A.J. Brown, 29 for DeAndre Swift, and 7 votes for Najee. Only 7 votes for Najee Harris. That's kind of crazy when you think about it. Okay, appreciate all the super chats. Let's drop them all on screen here. Thank you guys for the super chats. Let me answer these in order in which they came in. So let me drop them all right here. Thank you, Mr. T, for dropping yours. Thank you, Bill, for dropping yours. My boy Bill. Bill, thank you. Say Word dropping 1. TM dropping 1. Again, these will be answered in the order in which they're received. So thank you all for coming in here and filling this up here. Let's see, Superfish, we got you. Shavy, appreciate you. This is Trone Force, appreciate Trone. Clash, thank you for your super chat. Peanut Butter and Waivers, appreciate your super chat. Isaac, Sir Isaac, appreciate you. Jordan, appreciate you. Hogs, got you covered. You're on screen here. Box of Juice, appreciate you. We'll have to help Box of Juice out and see what we can cook up for your fixing things that happened last night. Tyler, appreciate Tyler. Franny in the building. Franny, let's go. Thank you for the super chat. Again, any $30 or higher super chat with a 3-player or less question, I'll put in the poll here, and you can get potentially 100 plus votes. We got 97 on this one, and we can try and get you groupthink on your question, because nothing's better than getting 100 people's opinion. It really is why Ask the Audience and Who Wants to Be a Millionaire is such a good potential avenue to take when you're on the clock and you don't know what to do. Vince dropping a 20 watt on screen. Vince will be handled first for that. Lucas, appreciate your super chat. James, appreciate your super chat. This one here is from Ian. Appreciate your super chat. Young dropping a $2 hauler. Thank you, Young. Appreciate you. And let me handle Young's real quick because it's short. Who should I trade Saquon for? As mentioned, Gibbs. Pollard, give up more to get Pollard. Gibbs straight up, give up a little more to get Gibbs. I don't even care. Kenneth Walker and Charbonnet with an additional player. Young with the super chat first of the day. Young, appreciate you. First of the day. Young gets the standing O. I think that covers it. We got another $20 hauler from Lego. Lego dropping a 20 watt on screen. And then Mason dropping a $5. So let's help Lego and Vince out. Vince was the first $20 super chatter of the night. Vince is getting his $20 hauler.
Alert. Super chat alert. Alert. Super chat alert.
My boy. My boy Vince. Thanks, Mason and Michael. Michael, you guys are gonna just hang tight. You guys are a little bit behind on the order here, but I'm getting to you. Vince, $19.99 hauler, 10-man full PPR, 1 QB, 2 running back, or 2 flex. My team is Hurts, Tyreek, Ridley, Gibbs, Aaron Jones, Pierce, Monty, Christian Watson, Laporta, benches, Addison, Pickens. You got some nice bench work you can throw around. Kelly, any advice for trading? Tyreek, Ridley, Gibbs. You got a really good team. Aaron Jones, like as I said, Aaron Jones is somebody that I think, like Monty's steady. Aaron Jones is injured, but maybe Aaron Jones and Monty together get you a monster running back like Bijan. I don't know if you want to do that, but Addison and Aaron Jones for Bijan, Addison and Aaron Jones for Pollard, Addison and Aaron Jones for CMC. I doubt that gets done. Maybe Aaron Jones and Monty gets it done for CMC. Who the hell knows? You don't know until you try. Those are definitely some good moves. Past that, unless you're going to take Addison and Monty and turn it into like a St. Brown or player of that nature, I'm kind of standing down, I think. Pierce is a very good RB for you. Like, you could go Aaron Jones for Garrett Wilson as the target and then add more to it and get a Pierce-like player like you have if you wanted to. It's a very good team. You honestly don't need to do anything. Would I be tempted to go get Alvin Kamara and JT? I probably would, because you have so much depth you could probably get this done. Addison for Kamara. That could be a fantastic move for you. Great situation. Appreciate you. Happy Friday. All right, Bill from Florida keeps calling in. Bill, the phone lines aren't open yet, but Bill, I'm going to give you 30 seconds anyway. And if anybody else calls, I'm not answering right now. But let's go to Bill real quick. Bill, you have 30 seconds. Don't crap the bed. Don't give me a full listing of your team, or you're not going to get it in under the 30-second time line. Go ahead and go, Bill. What are you doing, Bill? Are you eating right now? What is all that sound? What are you doing, Bill? Go, 30 seconds.
I had it on speaker.
That's right. Hey, Bill.
I got Tyreek Hill, I got Sun God, and I got CD Lamb. I got Swift on my bench. I'm trying to trade one in Swift for Jamar Chase. Who should I trade?
Sun God. Name him again.
Sun God, Tyreek Hill, and CD Lamb.
I don't know that I'm trading any one of those with Swift to get Jamar Chase.
No, I should keep.
I mean, who are your running backs?
I got Ramondre Stevenson, I got Kenneth Walker, I got Breece Hall, and I got Swift.
I mean, what do you want to do? Like,
I want Chase, bro.
I mean, like if you're asking me, Lamb is your lowest, wide receiver. You said CD Lamb, St. Brown, and who was the other one?
Tyreek Hill.
Yeah. I mean, what are you gonna trade one of the other ones? No. You're gonna trade St. Brown and Swift for Jamar Chase. And you certainly can't even trade Tyreek Hill straight up for Jamar Chase in this current climate.
Look at my running backs, bro. I'm never gonna.
Yeah. I mean, you got the depth to maybe do it. I guess go CD Lamb. CD Lamb and Swift for Jamar Chase. I can Smitty approve that.
All right, bet.
With your bench, bro, I changed my mind. With your bench, you can do it. Go do it live.
All right, I appreciate you,
All right, later. Young, you got 30 seconds. Go. Last call. 23 seconds, Young. 18 seconds, Young. 17 seconds, Young. Your time's ticking away. 13 seconds, Young.
Hey, so I'm in this Barkley dilemma, but I just wanted to ask you if
Young, you got 5 seconds.
Smarter to hold on to Saquon for one more week if he does good.
You got it.
Get more for him.
He got it in time, really. That was actually pretty good. Under the pressure, Saquon. I mean, bro, didn't you see my Saquon Barkley trade him rant? I mean, of course I'm trading him if I can. I'm trying to get Pollard. I worry about this offense. I worry about his touchdown opportunities. I worry. I mean, they didn't score one single point. They lost 40 to freaking 0. And you've got a vulture. You got a vulture.
For me right now in my league, no one's really in a dilemma right now in my league, and they're not really, they're not dying to make a trade right now. So I don't know. I wonder, is it better to just hang on to Barkley for one more week, and if he does have a good week, then I could maybe. I mean, get more.
The answer to that is if you don't get a good trade offer, you have to, But if you could buy low in crafty fashion, like let's say you go to the JT owner or Kamara owner, and you give him Barkley, and you somehow rake him over the coals for that second player, You know, like they hate Deebo Samuel right now. He's garbage to me. They hate freaking, I mean, there's so many players that you could think of that fit that bill of like they're ready to write him off, bro. Like Christian Watson, people are ready to cut him. Like if you could go get a Kamara and Christian Watson for Barkley,
You're good with something like that?
I mean, think about it. If JT comes back or Kamara comes back, you might win that trade straight up once they're back and you get that extra player. Now, do I want someone better than Christian Watson who's injured right now? The answer is yes, but I'm giving you just examples of how to creatively look at players like Kamara, JT to get in crafty fashion out of the Saquon game.
Right. So like a Saquon for Kamara and maybe like a DJ Moore or something like that? That
could work. All right, hey, got to go back to the Super Chats. Appreciate you, Young. Calling later. Your 30 seconds is well over, and you did good later. Okay, we got Hob G dropping a $50 hauler. Hob G coming in hot. Hob G, appreciate you. Look at this, man. Dopest fantasy football show on the airwaves. Thanks for everybody, or everything you do, Smitty. Good luck, everybody, this weekend. Thank you, Hob G. Hob G coming in hot with a $50 hauler. Hob G, you have the ability to put up a question on the poll, so do it live. And we got a $20 hauler here, so I got to hit this button.
Alert. Super chat alert.
Hob G, appreciate you, my guy. Lego, happy Friday, Smitty. Another 20.
Alert. Super chat alert.
This is from Lego. Lego says, happy Friday, Smitty. Just got offered Gibbs. I'd be trading away Garrett Wilson and Javonte. I'd probably take Gibbs in that situation. It is hard because I want people to understand that Gibbs is amazing. He's league winning, but Garrett Wilson should not be discounted too much. But this is a situation where I probably take Jahmyr Gibbs. If you have the depth to do it, though, you know what I'm saying? You need to have the depth to do it. It's not something that's easy to do. It's not an easy move whatsoever, but it's something that I would consider strongly. Smitty, if Watson is out, is Dobbs a good play versus or Zay Jones? I would go Dobbs over Zay Jones, as long as Dobbs isn't like said to be on some sort of pitch count. You know what I mean? So you got to kind of watch the news, but we'll take care of that on Saturday night too. Thank you for James's $10.
To the moon.
All $10 haulers get a moonshot. Look at this man right here real quickly. Look at this man. He's starting week number 2, ladies and gentlemen. Love me some Travis Kelce comeback revenge tour, baby. Revenge tour. Revenge tour. He's not on the revenge tour because he doesn't quite qualify, but let's play the revenge tour anyway.
It's time for some revenge, revenge tour, revenge tour, revenge tour, revenge tour.
We're supposed to take Pitts off a while ago. I just never ever took him off, but he's not. Pitts is dead to me practically. $10 hauler, full PPR, 14-team league. T-Law, Ridley, Olave, Bijan, Gibbs, Kincaid, Bench, Ferguson, Nico, Gibson, Roshan, Tucker. And Revenge Tours, we could those guys are all locked in. I might even put like a lock on them just to make sure we know who was there preseason-wise. But we'll add people to the Revenge Tour. You know, like Kelce kind of feels like he should have a Revenge Tour debut here. You know what I'm saying? Like we could put him on there and just be like, look, Revenge Tour is revolving. It's a revolving door because it's a fun, escalating, de-escalating situation. This team right here drops someone for Mitchell or Warren. I pick up Warren. Ferguson, I don't care about right now. I'm dropping Ferguson right now for Jaylen Warren. Jaylen Warren is a potential league winner if everything falls right for him. This one right here is Lucas, Gibbs, T. Higgins for Bijan and DJ Moore. Give me Bijan and DJ Moore, but it's very, very close. I think DJ Moore is a great buy low. Trade my Kamara and Kelly for Breece. I would take Breece Hall, but technically speaking, if you don't use Breece this week, Kamara, And Brees will be pretty close in terms of by the time Brees is ready, full go, and Kamara's back to help you at the same time. But I lean Brees. $5 hauler, QB Hurts, Chubb, Gibbs, Walker, Chase, Diggs, Flex is Olave. Any trade ideas here? I would probably say like not really, unless you're going to maybe move like Chubb and a bench player to maybe just get Pollard, to maybe just get Bijan, to maybe get a player of that caliber. Otherwise, I don't really want you trading your wide receivers. You got amazing wide receivers. Goddard will come around. No one's going to buy him low anyway, so hang tight on that. Hurts is back. Gibbs and Walker are fantastic. Nothing to do unless you could trade Chubb. You could even trade Chubb down, though, if you wanted, and go get a kind of quietly better running back in your mind like a ETN for Chubb and get an additional Debo and then just have even more depth. That'd probably be the more attractive move, is trade down Chubb into a doubted player that you believe in, like ETN. And ETN's not like buy low, but he still has lower value than Chubb. You know what I mean? Even off a good game. So it makes sense to maybe do that. This right here, cashed in on underdog Swift over Madison under. Appreciate you, Space Ricky, my guy. Jay coming in strong. Full Venom dropping a blank $20. I still appreciate you, and I think Venom might be coming in with a question. So let me see if we can find that. Maybe there it is. Thank you, Venom. Appreciate you. You coming in next. Drafted JT, so my running back 1 right now is Connor. That sucks. Sorry, Jay. Roshan and Brian Robinson got offered D. Cook, Dotson, and Kincaid for Connor. Should I take it? Yeah, if you like winning, you'll take it. Connor's worth nothing, bro. I like Dalvin Cook better than Connor. And you're getting Dotson and Kincaid. This is the kind of move that potentially saves you. I don't know who you're going to drop, but this is a really, really good trade for you. Smitty approved all the way. Venom with a $20 hauler.
Alert. Super chat alert. Alert. Super chat alert.
Thank you, Venom. Appreciate you, Venom. Purdy, Keenan Allen, Garrett Wilson, CMC, Jones, Kittle, Addison, bench, Watson, trade, Garrett Wilson, and Aaron Jones for Bijan. No. It's too much. Do I trade Aaron Jones? Yes. Do I trade like McLaurin and Aaron Jones for Bijan? You bet your bottom dollar. Addison? Yes, but I'm not trading Garrett Wilson. Trade Addison. Trade Addison and, dude, I'd give up Addison, McLaurin, and Aaron Jones. Give up all three, but don't give up Garrett Wilson. You're selling Garrett Wilson too low, but I love the idea. Just not Garrett Wilson. And he might not even value Garrett Wilson much more than McLaurin anyway. You know, especially, or Addison. He might have Addison ahead of him. You know what I'm saying? And maybe you did and you didn't want to include Addison. And I like Addison, but I'm not giving up Garrett Wilson. Not at that price. No. One running back, but get rid of Aaron Jones. I do think that's smart to go after Bijan. I mean, or get something back so it's a little more fair. Running back, rest of season, Moss, Gibson, Bigsby. Probably Bigsby long-term. Moss might be better this week, though. But long-term, I want Bigsby. Like, if I had to decide now for the season, I'm going Bigsby, even if it feels like you might not win that, you know, the week, you know, in terms of the two. Trade Diggs, Rashad White for Henry Andrews. No, bro. I mean, I just got through telling you Andrews is like one of the biggest potential sells. And maybe you posted that before I said it, so sorry. Diggs, no way. No way. Absolute no. That's a negative. James coming in with a strong $5 says I was offered DJ Moore and Walker for my Olave. I think DJ and Walker are worth more than just Olave. I would take the DJ Moore and Walker side all day long. And while somebody might say that's crazy, I just disagree. I disagree 1,000% because I think Walker is still a beast. He was like the number one running back in like snap count. He just had a bad game, you know, essentially because they didn't run him enough. And that's a problem, but DJ Moore's going to bounce back. Full PPR, what moves should I make? You got Burrow, Breece Hall, K9, Ridley, Garrett Wilson, DK. It's a great team. You wait on that. There's so many of those guys that need to rise up. Unless you're selling high on, let's say, I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Franny, sometimes there's no move. Sometimes your team looks pretty balanced, and I like the players in every spot. I don't want you selling anybody low. I would just be telling you to make a bad trade. I'm just going to say stand down. I appreciate your super chat. I wish I could force something, but I don't see anything for you. Start 2, Kelly, Mixon, Monty, Javante, scared of Gibbs. Scared of Gibbs? Scared of Gibbs? Why are you scared of Gibbs, Tyler? What are we doing here, Tyler? What are we doing here? Have I not taught you a thing? You act like our pets' heads are falling off. Tyler, what are we doing here? You're scared of Gibbs. Are you saying you're not starting Gibbs here? You better be starting Gibbs here. I assume Gibbs is starting. Then the next two are probably Kelly and Monty, or Mixon and Monty, and then Kelly on the bench. But Gibbs has to start. I hope to God you're not benching Gibbs. DC Hogs, thank you for the $2 hauler. I'll put you in the corner here. I don't know if you tried to attach something and didn't. It's got to be in that message for me to see it unless I go look for it later, and then you're behind everybody. So make sure you include it next time. $10 hauler from my boy Box of Juicy. I better be first in line for phone calls because you screwed my team out of Swift. I didn't screw your team out of Swift. You screwed your team out of Swift. You did that all on your own, Box of Juice. For anybody that's not watching right now, Box of Juice said, should I trade Swift for Puka Nacua after his game? And because I didn't get to him in time, he got impatient. He's an impatient Ian. He's an impatient Box of Juice. He executed the trade. Then I read it. Amazon Joe, appreciate you becoming a YouTube member. And he, because he didn't have patience, he executed the trade. I got to his super chat and I said, hell no. Why would you do that? And then he complains. And I appreciate the $10 hauler. Definitely call in Box of Juice. And the phone line's open now if Box of Juice calls in. Anybody else calls in, I'm going to hang up on you immediately. Box of Juice, call in. Unbelievable. I'll help you right now. But you screwed yourself out of DeAndre's, or no, who was it? DeAndre Swift, or was it A.J. Brown? I forget what you did. What you did. I think it was A.J. Brown. I don't know what you did, but you made a massive mistake, and you're blaming it on me. Don't panic on Drake London. Exactly correct. Appreciate you. Tyler dropping another super chat to follow up with his question, I think. Tyler says, sorry because I have Monty. Oh, so you're scared because Gibbs is amazing. Okay, that I can get. I'd be scared of Gibbs too then. Sorry for the confusion, Tyler. Tyler to the moon. But Monty's still safe, bro. He's a really, really safe play. Smitty, man, I made that Hawkinson for Andrews trade, and you're regretting it. I mean, what can you do at this point? But I definitely feel panicked on Andrews. He's playing. Maybe you let him play and do something. Mr. T became a member of the YouTube exclusive membership. Mr. T, if anybody else wants to become a YouTube exclusive member, click this link right here and become a YouTube exclusive member, my broskies. I'm going to pin that link right now. Everybody, click this link if you want a green name and access to all these amazing emojis so you can drop a bunch of greatness on the screen. Appreciate everybody that has become a YouTube exclusive member. Please join. Smitty, London. What about London? I think people are panicking on London, and they shouldn't be panicking on London. I love London. Do I think he's going to live up to expectations? Maybe not. But does that mean I drop him? No. Does that mean he's a wide receiver 3? He's still a wide receiver 3. No regrets. Mason says Puka fire. This coming from somebody that Mason, I love you, pal. That thinks, probably because you own him, that he's going to be the next Cooper Kupp, and that's fine, but it's not going to happen. But appreciate you anyway. This is a 717 caller. Who's this, and where are you calling from? Who is this and where are you calling from? Yeah, who's
This
this?
is Box of Juice from Buffalo.
Yeah, Box of Juice. Don't blame me, Box of Juice, for screwing your team. I know you're probably joking, but what did you trade again?
The trade was for Puka, Swift away for Puka.
What made you do that? What made you do that? After his game too. I mean, bro, he should have had 2 other touchdowns. Like, he almost scored 3 touchdowns and had 200 rushing yards.
Yeah, I know. I gotta come clean, man. I just been trolling. I didn't really do it.
Yeah, right. Yeah, nice try and save, Box of Juice. We don't buy that. We don't buy that. It's a nice try. It's a nice try. This is not my first rodeo, Box of Juice. I can smell that from a mile away. But go ahead. What can I help you with? What can I help you with, though, Box of Juice? Appreciate your super chat.
No problem. Yeah, that's why I asked like a week ago, why is Bijan in the panic chamber? I just been trolling, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah, why are you trolling?
I don't know. It's fun. I appreciate what you do, though.
Is it fun? Is it fun though? I mean, you having that much of a good time doing it? Like, what? Why not get some help? Why not mingle in a productive way for your fantasy team? I mean, I appreciate it. I'm not going to complain. You $9.99 super chat to say, why did you put Bijan in the panic chamber? Everyone knows that I didn't. But like, that's cool. But like, I would love to help you. Or have some productive fantasy conversation. So you can keep trolling if you want. I'm just telling you, it'd be fun to be like, get a good question.
Yeah, I'm done now, but I do have some trade shit I need if you want to.
All right,
excuse my language.
As quick as you can, go.
Trade.
As quick as you. Go ahead, as quick as you can, because I got to get to these messages.
I got. I'm in a 12-man PPR. I have. It's a 3-wide receiver league. I have Gibbs and White as my RB.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to trade White away. Upgrade that.
Good luck. He's going to be pretty hard to trade. Who wants Rashad White right now? Not very many people. Damian Pierce. Give up more and get Waddle. Debo Samuel. You can go get your Swift back, your Swift shares back.
Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do there, but maybe I'll call in later during the call segment. And I'll give you like my full team.
Well, I could also say, bro, that like, let me look at the rankings from the fantasyfootballshow.com. If you're trying to get rid of Rashad White, London, Dotson, T. Higgins, Cooper Kupp, put him on IR. JT, put him on IR. Kamara, put him on IR. Dotson, Pickens, Zay Flowers, potentially. Those are all guys that I would trade Rashad White for in a millisecond. Roshan Johnson, if you want to be a dice-rolling mofo and say, you know what, I think he takes over, and I think Rashad White, especially if you could get Khalil Herbert with him, those would be great moves, bro.
Yeah. I want JT, honestly, so I'll probably try to do that.
Hopefully that helps you. Thank you for the $10 super chat, and call back when the phone lines are open. Thanks, man. Later.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All right, later. All right, Box of Juice, everyone. I still don't know that I buy that it was all fake. I think sometimes people do that. They feel so embarrassed by the trade. But he was trolling about Bijan for a week, so maybe it's true. He was like, Bijan, why is Bijan in the panic chamber? This one's Laundromat Jack. You got 30 seconds. Box of Juice took about 2 of your seconds. Go.
What's up, Smitty? Hey, so I got someone that said they'd be down to trade me Tony Pollard for DeAndre Swift and Joshua Kelly because Ekeler's out. But you said you wanted to wait till Monday, so I was wondering what you do. Do you push on that, try and get it done today?
Yes.
Or do you think it'll be down Monday?
I think he gets advice Monday, and they say, are you crazy? And he pulls it. So you tell him, hey, what can we just add real quick to get it done?
Okay.
You can even do like, I got another offer, but I kind of want to do our offer like without. This is how I do it. See, listen to how casual my voice is. Okay, Just be like, hey, I got another offer. I still want to do our offer. Because what he could say is, you might as well do the other offer then. And then he's like, anti-trade at that point. You got to make sure you're careful. Just be like, hey, I kind of want to do our offer, our trade anyway. What can I offer you in addition to just get it done without like making it not the most attractive trade between the two? Just because I want to get a deal done, bro. I'm antsy. I just want to make a move. I want to make a move. I don't want to make this trade. I want to make a trade and just kind of like get him to go that direction. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Sorry, just one last question. For Njoku in a 10-man, is he droppable in a 10-man if you have Kincaid to pick up like a Charbonnet or an A-Chain, something like that?
Charbonnet in a millisecond. A-Chain, probably yes. A-Chain's a league winner. Roshan Johnson, you should already own him. All those guys are in that wheelhouse, definitely, over Njoku, who's always injured. All right, later, bro. Appreciate you. Got to go.
I do.
Later. Okay, this is a $20 hauler from Top Gun. Let's go, Top Gun. Let's go, Top Gun.
Alert. Super chat alert.
There he is again. Kelsey.
To the moon.
Every time I accidentally hit that screen, I love it. Top Gun with a super chat here. $20 hauler. Appreciate you, Top Gun. Fields, Love, Gibbs, Javonte, Pacheco, Swift. Love seeing Swift and Gibbs together right there. The crafty Detroit shifty running back, and then the one that got away. The shifty over there in Philly. It's kind of a scary, cool-looking running back room right there, I do have to say. Chase Olave, DJ Moore, Pickens, JSN, Kincaid, Laporta. Phone lines are closed, guys. Herbert, any ideas? Also trying to call, but didn't go through. That's because the phone lines are not open at the moment, Top Gun. But if I see you, maybe I'll answer because you dropped a $20 super chat. But I'm going to have to be short with you. I got to get through these questions. I like this team. Chase Olave, DJ Moore. I like those receivers. I'm not even interested really in trading DJ Moore. Not to mention you can't really get enough for him anyway. This team, I'm riding it out unless I could trade a Pacheco or a Javonte Williams, which you can't. You've got to wait. Herbert, Javonte, Pacheco, make sure Roshan's not out there. Pickens got to go up. JSN's got to go up. Kincaid's got to go up. Laporta's interesting. Maybe someone's so freaked out about their tight end position, they'll give you Shining. Appreciate you being a loyal member, just joining Shining. Maybe you could trade Laporta, go Kincaid. A little risky, but you go Kincaid. You trade Laporta and maybe a Javonte or Pacheco for a slightly better player. Like I love Debo right now. I love getting a Waddle on the cheap, getting Kenneth Walker. Those kind of moves, Top Gun will probably be best, and Laporta might be your gateway to that. But if it's not, and Love the same thing. Love, let me put that back on screen real quick. Love and Laporta together, even if the person's in dire need at tight end and quarterback. That's what I do. Pacheco should have a good week too, I think. So you might have a lot of options on your plate there once you get through week 2. So you might be a candidate to wait. I think Laporta gets better. I think everything gets better on your side of the fence. So I don't think it's a bad thing for you to wait. I think you only have more trade value walking. The only problem is the buy lows could go away. Like look at Devontae Smith. He wasn't like a big buy low, but he was certainly capable of being had. Now he's not, Debo Samuel has a big week too. He'll be off the table. There'll still be some buy lows for sure, and there might be some new ones that enter the equation. Or two games in a row slumping Joe Burrow. What if Fields has another kind of mediocre game? Then what? Start 2, Flowers, Nacua, Kelly, Watson, or Collins. I'm going Flowers and Kelly. Nakua's got a tough matchup against the 49ers. Don't even consider going this Nacua nonsense this week. I have Monty and Dameon Pierce in my flex position. Was able to pick up Joshua Kelly on waivers. Would you start him over them? Dameon Pierce in my flex and Monty. No. I suppose if you want to get ballsy, you could put Dameon Pierce on the bench for Kelly. Kelly will have a good week, but don't sit Monty. But I'd be tempted. You know what? go back and forth on that one. Let me see if I can add this onto the poll. Let's see if I can create a poll on that. Let's do that for you, bro. You know, you're amazing. You do a lot for this show. Let's go ahead and put this poll up, and let's figure this out. Hold on. Let me get this poll going. And Isaac deserves this. Isaac deserves this. Let's go ahead and refresh this bad boy and get a new poll question. So the question will be, what was it, Isaac? It was Kelly or what was Isaac's question? Kelly or Dameon Pierce. I don't know why I couldn't remember. Kelly or Pierce week 2. Kelly, Pierce. Okay. Vote. Let me copy the link. And let me cast my vote right now. I'm going to say, you know, maybe this week Kelly is smarter. You know, here's the vote. Please vote on the poll right now. I just dropped the link. This is for Isaac. Monty's a must of the two, I'm going to say. So that's the poll. Let's put the poll back up on screen and see what everybody thinks of the poll. So Kelly's got 9 votes. Pierce has 4. Let's let that simmer for a bit, Isaac. Hopefully that helps you out. And Isaac, I have no problem helping you. You always are dropping super chats and being awesome. So hopefully this gives you a little bit of closure. Trade Adams and Swift for Tyreek and Gabe Davis. Trade Adams and Swift for Tyreek and Gabe Davis. I'd rather have Tyreek Hill and Gabe Davis. That's a tough spot to be in, though. Flex Pickens, Flowers, or Zay Jones. Give me Flowers. Pickens is going to have a good day and a good season, so don't be shocked if Pickens does so well you're starting him from now on. But Flowers looks amazing. Trade away Mixon for Swift. If you like winning, I would go get Swift. Say Word says 0.05 PPR. You mean 0.5. Pick 2. Pollard, Brees, Dillon, or Rashad White. Give me Pollard. And if Dillon's starting by himself, I'd probably go Dillon over Brees this week just because Brees is injured and limited. Or not injured, questionable. Not questionable because he got hurt, but just like they're giving him time off. He's rehabbing his knee still, in a sense. And so that's it. He didn't get injured or anything. Start Algier or Joshua Kelly. I'm going to say Kelly if Ekeler's out, which he should be out. Mr. T with a $10 hauler. Mr. T to the absolute moon. Appreciate you, Mr. T. Kelly's leading the vote 21-6, by the way. Guy dropped Burrow in a Come on, bro. Guy dropped Burrow in a fab keeper. That's insane. First year with the fab in this league. Next year, if you ask me if you should full load drop, I'm going to lose my mind. Not only, Mr. T, I haven't read it yet, but not only have you made me angry that Joe Burrow's getting disrespected like this, but if you're actually going to ask me if you should full load drop, I'm going to be upset.
Super chat $10 from Mr. T. Guy dropped Burrow in a fob keeper. First year with fab in this league. Next year he would have 7th round value as a waiver pickup. How much out of $100 should I drop? I have Josh Allen.
First of all, I don't want you to think, Mr. T, I don't love you, pal. You dropped a $10 hauler. I'm here to be your coach. I'm not here to be like, oh, let me just, tell you everything you want to hear. Glory, white doves, roses, rose petals. That's not what our relationship's about. I'm here to literally tell you to take a lap when you need to take a lap. Of course, you're doing a full load drop, pal. Are you really going to sit here and say and I'm not mad at you, but sit here and say that if on waivers we had Joseph Cigar Smoking Burrow on this list right here, where we say, okay, what's the likelihood of Burrow being the best pickup of the year? I don't care what quarterback you have. You have the opportunity to trade this guy or your other quarterback. If Joseph Cigar Smoking Burrow were on this list right here, in this rating system, there's no 11 button. I would press the 11 button if I could. The best pickup of the year. Without a hesitation, this is a full load drop experience right here, my man.
Initiate full load drop.
There's just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's take a lap material to ask, but I absolutely think you're going to be taking a victory lap once you pick him up, and I highly doubt. I don't care if the highest bid 70. You didn't make a mistake. The risk of leaving him out there, that guy needs to take the biggest lap I've ever seen in my entire life. Not you, Mr. T. You need to take a big lap. That guy needs to take the biggest lap ever. Smitty, please open the phone lines. I need you, bro. Billy, the phone lines will open when the phone lines open. I appreciate your super chat, but we're not ready yet. We've got super chats galore here, and people are waiting to eat. So we got to feed them, and then I'll open the phone lines, Billy. So thank you for the super chat, and I will open them. I don't know if you'll get in, but I will open them, my friend. I will. Overcome, thank you for your super chat. Top Gun, who is that? Let's see here. Ken, thank you, Ken. Thank you, Renee. Appreciate you. I think I got everybody's super chat at least on screen here. Let's go over to this one from Ken. Should I trade Mark Andrews for Christian Watson in Laporta? It's a close one, bro. I mean, I'd be tempted to do that, but they're both injured, and Andrews is back. I'd say wait a week. Andrews is playing. Maybe Andrews ups the ante. Maybe you can get more. So I would say stand down for now. Running back room, and then try and trade him after a big week, or you hold him and hope he stays healthy. But running back room is Brees, Swift, White, Sharbs, Roshan, Warren. Offered Addison for White. Yes, you smash that. Then you maybe flip Addison, though, or you hold him. But Addison is a smash for Rachaad White. Rachaad White is not even like a very attractive piece right now. 22 votes, 28 votes. Guys, here's the vote. If you guys want to vote on the poll, please. Here's the vote. Kelly or Pierce, which one do you start this week, in week 2? We've got 22 votes for Kelly, 6 votes for Pierce. Let's get a couple more votes. I just dropped the link for you. Trade Kamara, Mike Thomas for Swift and Pickens. I'd rather have Swift and Pickens because Pickens crushes MT at the end of the day, in my opinion. Even though Mike Thomas he got a lot of targets, but didn't necessarily do a whole lot, but I'd rather have Pickens. I think Pickens balls out, so give me that side of the trade. Not just because of Pickens, but Pickens tops it off. Mike
to the moon.
Michael with the $10 hauler. Michael, my main man. Michael, 10-man PPR double flex team is Lamar, CMC, Ridley, Ingram, Flowers. Okay, do I lose this trade? Traded Barkley, Mike Thomas, Lockett for Garrett Wilson, Walker. I like the Garrett Wilson Walker side by quite a bit, so if you got that side, you did well, my friend. You did very, very well. Beacons dropping a super chat on screen. Beacons, appreciate you. Thank you so much. I'm coming for you, don't worry. Phone lines will be open after. Trade Barkley and Kelly for Gibbs and Algier. Give me Gibbs and Algier. Look, Algier's got better value than Kelly. But this week, Kelly's got better value than Algier, so people are panicking, so I would definitely take advantage of that. Good move. Giants D versus Arizona or Jets D versus Dallas. I'd probably go Jets D. Also, if Christian Watson sits flex 1, Bourne, Shaheed, Kyron plays an awful matchup against the Niners. Kincaid, I'm going to go Shaheed. Shaheed's your best bet there. Appreciate you, Thomas, to the moon, pal. Timothy, thank you. We rolling Kelly or Monty out there? I'm going to go Monty. And I didn't put him on here. I think Monty's safer. But Kelly's a nice start, bro. He's a nice. I'm not saying don't give them both in your lineup, but Kelly's a very nice play, but I'm going to go Monty. Flex Dotson, Zay, Puka, or Kelly. I'm going to go Puka's got a horrible matchup. He's injured. I'm going Kelly here, although it's very hard for me to sit Dotson or Zay. Zay and Dotson are very nice plays. but I'll probably go Kelly for the guaranteed production that he's going to get. Guy wants to give me Evan Ingram for Waller straight up. You demand, I don't know. Then again, can you get more? Probably not. I'd probably go. I'd try and get more. I want Ingram quietly more, but if not, I guess I do it. Ingram's Waller's hurt. Hey Smitty, I got a couple of trade options here. Gibbs owner wants to do a Gibbs Cook for Hall Watson. I would take Gibbs Cook. You know what? Hall's eventually going to ball out. Watson will eventually ball out. Give me the Hall Watson. That's so hard. It's so hard to do. Give me the Hall Watson. Very, very tough. If the chat wants to vote in on that, let me know. Zepeda says Puka will eat. Zepeda, he's going against the Niners D, bro. I don't think he's eaten much at all. And I think that there's a lot of people that want Puka to be the next Cooper Kupp. It's a way to salvage seasons, I guess. It's just a big box of juice. Puka is the new Kupp. This wave, I don't know who's brainwashing the two of you. You guys are venturing too far from the fantasy football show content and community. I don't know if you guys are bunk beds. You got bunk beds and you push them together for more room for activities, and you're doing too much karate in the garage. But Zepeda and Box of Juice with back-to-back comments. I don't know. I haven't seen Zepeda and Box of Juice in the same room before. Is this the same person? What are we doing here? New Cooper Kupp. Puka will eat. Puka's playing the Niners, and he's injured, and he's not anything but a wide receiver 3. But trust your gut. You'll be back here later saying, Smitty, you're right about Puka. Trade my Kenneth Walker and Puka and McKinnon for Ekeler. I take Ekeler, but man, I mean, I hate trading Walker away, and I hate, you got to make sure you can float for a week or two, because Ekeler could be out 2 weeks. He could be out 2 weeks, bro. But if you can float, do it. Burrow, Diggs, or Ramondre Addison Lamar. Burrow, Diggs, bro, by quite a bit. This one's from Jeremy. Need a flex full PPR Brees, Algier, Gabe Davis, London, Sanders, or Elijah Moore. I'm going to go Algier's your safest play, to be honest with you. Thoughts on Moore? Big target share. I like Elijah Moore, but not ready to plug him in over those options. You know what I mean? So it kind of depends on what you're dealing with, what you're looking at, and you've got at least, Algier's a guy I'm not sitting. This 29 votes right here, Pierce for Kelly, or Pierce or Kelly week 2. 82% in favor of Kelly. Isaac, hopefully that helped you out, bro. It's a pretty big number of people that voted. Mason with this super chat. 16 team threw out some offers. Got Watson straight up for Dotson. Love both, but Watson going to take off with Love. I would probably rather have Christian Watson for the long term, but Dotson's going to be really good, bro. I think they're both pretty near even. They're both moon men. I'm not giving up on moon men after 2 weeks. I'm not. So they're both going to ball. It's a pretty even trade. Trade Javonte in London for Gibbs. If you like winning, go get Gibbs and do it live TMT. I should have saw that right away. That was very short. Trade Joshua Kelly for D-Hop or DJ Moore. I take either one, but I'd rather have DJ Moore, and I take advantage of this Joshua Kelly hype train and little injection of production, and I take care of it right now and trade him now. Wide receiver room, Wilson, Ridley, Pickens, JSN, Dotson. Buy high on Watson. Trade Hall or Walker plus a wide receiver for Algier. Wait, what? Trade Hall or Walker plus a wide receiver for Algier. What in the hell does that mean? Buy high on Watson. Buy high on Watson? What are you talking about? What are we doing here, Dopey? Wide receivers are Wilson, Ridley, Pickens. I like your receivers. Pickens, JSN, Dotson. Buy high on Watson. Why are you going to buy high on somebody? What are you talking about? Trade Hall or Walker plus a wide receiver for Algier. Bijan. What are you talking about, Dopey? Dopey, call in. What in the hell is this saying here? Let me have the computer read it, because it sounds to me like you're saying trade the world for for Algier.
$5 from Mongwapper Doppy, W.R. Roon Wilson, Ridley, Pickens, J. S.N. Dotson, Buy, High on Watson, Trade Hall or Walker plus W.R. for Allgaier. I have Bijan and Love. Drop Dotson for Dubs.
I have no idea what in the hell is going on here on my own show. I have no idea what in the hell is going on here. No, you're not dropping Dotson for Dobbs, even though I like Dobbs and I pick him up, sure. No, you're not trading Hall or Walker by themselves, let alone with the wide receiver for Tyler Algier. Who's been talking in your ear? Who's whispering sweet nothings in your ear, Dopey? I don't know what in the hell's going on here. The phone lines are open, but not on my watch, bro. What is going on here? Is this a box of juice in his third account trolling? Because I don't know what the hell just happened. Tyler, sit Waddle for Pittman or Kelly? No, Tyler. We're not sitting Jalen Waddle. What am I doing here? Tyler, last time I made you take a lap when it wasn't your fault, so I don't know if maybe there's another problem here that's on my end of this. But I like Kelly, and I play Kelly. I'm not saying don't play Joshua Kelly, but Waddle you drafted as your wide receiver 1 or at least your wide receiver 2. So how is Kelly in this conversation? Kelly should be in your flex option conversation. Waddle was a third rounder at the very, very least, right? So what are we doing here, Tyler? You need to have a debate about somebody else, and you can certainly do that. Mike from Jersey, you have 30 seconds, bro.
Hey, what's up, Smitty? I picked up Roschon Johnson. Should I go after Khalil Herbert with the Puka? It's a full PPR league.
Yes, absolutely.
I should.
I would. I don't understand the Puka Nacua infatuation. I think it's a lot of people living vicariously through mistakes they've made. This is the psychology in fantasy football I talk about. I'm telling you, it's people vicariously living through the mistakes they've made in their draft and during the offseason. And if Puka is the next second coming of Cooper Kupp, they feel great. They feel like they conquered and won fantasy. And I'm just telling you right now, Puka Nacua is maybe a wide receiver 3, a very good one. He could be a very good one for as long as he stays healthy. The problem is he's not used to this volume, and Matthew Stafford targeted him 87,000 times in week 1, and he got injured doing it, and he plays the Niners this week. He's going to get rocked.
So you think having the Roschon Johnson and Khalil Herbert more valuable?
Well, are we looking for? Are you a double confirmation, Donnie? I just said yes. I just said yes, Mike. What are you doing? What are you guys doing? What is everybody doing today, Mike? I just told you yes, and you're asking me again a third way. Mike, ask me again.
I'm trying to make sure, man. Trying to make sure. One more. This guy in my league is trying to he's trading Travis Kelce away. And I heard earlier you say you would trade Barkley for Jahmyr Gibbs straight up. Well, I have Barkley and Gibbs in this league. It's half PGR. I offered him Gibbs, and I did a package surrounding Jahmyr Gibbs for Travis Kelce. You think I should use Barkley as trade bait instead of Jahmyr Gibbs?
For Kelce?
Yeah.
Yes. I feel like right now people will be scared to trust Gibbs over Kelce. I think in a week or even 2 or maybe 1 week, or Sunday, I think maybe people feel differently. Is there risk involved? Mute yourself if you could. I got Josh coming in here, calling in from the laundromat. Just hit the mute button for me, guys. Mike, I'm going to tell you that at the end of the day. Hey, Josh, can you hit mute or lateral Nicholas or whatever? I don't know who that is. Mike, I'm going to tell you.
Yeah, I'm muted.
Okay. At the end of the day, bro, I forget what the question was. Where were we at?
It was I have Jahmyr Gibbs
Kelce.
and Barkley in my league.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to I don't know which one to use as trade bait.
Yeah. In my opinion, Barkley gets you more, and he's closer in people's mind to Kelce. But guess what? No one's going to give you Kelce straight up. So once you throw a second player into the deal, you're going to get a little bit more of a, okay, maybe Barkley is, you know what I'm saying? The whole trick of the trade of trading 2 players for 1 is if you want to go get Kelce for Barkley, the person's going to look at, even if let's say Barkley and Kelce had the same value, which they did last week. Now they don't because Kelce's back. People didn't know. The ambiguity made Kelce and Barkley very similar. But even last week, people would have said, there's a lot of risk on Barkley. What if he's not the guy? The moment you throw a second player in, like Keenan Allen or whatever the hell it is, and I'm not saying you do that necessarily 2 for 1. You might make that a 2 for 2. Or you throw in Puka. The moment you throw in Puka or Joshua Kelly, they sit there, or Algier. They sit there and they go, okay, Barkley could maybe, all of a sudden Barkley, it's too much pressure on Barkley. He might not be the guy. All of a sudden, now that you got another player involved, they lessen up on that harsh criticism. And they say, maybe Barkley, if Puka's, look, I got 2 opportunities. If Puka's great, that's going to be great. And if maybe Barkley will be the same guy that I think he was. It just makes people lessen up the pressure of the one player's disappointment level of predicting the disappointment. The projection of disappointment goes down significantly when there's 2 players involved. Go get Kelce in a heartbeat using Barkley. And if you got to throw it, who can you throw in?
I could throw in Amari Cooper.
Can you get something else back? And I don't.
The trade that I was gonna send, I'm gonna just try to do Barkley, Amari Cooper, and Dalton Schultz for Travis Kelce and Christian Watson, something like that.
Yeah. Or even like a Dotson, a Pickens, Pacheco. Like these are all just for anybody else that's got it going on. A Pacheco. These are additives that if you throw that into your side, all of a sudden giving up an Amari Cooper ain't that crazy. But Kelce's a league-winning differential, move where you've got a heavy advantage that other people don't have. So take care of that. Do it live. All right, bro. Appreciate you.
Gotcha. Peace.
All right. Let's go over to Josh. Josh, you are live on the show, pal. What can I do for you?
Hey, Smitty, thank you for having me on. Appreciate it. I'll make it quick. I'm just thinking about some of the games, and I have a hard time imagining the Bills are going to win this week. Do you think they have a chance to pull it out?
Is this just because they had a bad week, like week 1? I mean, can the Bills can win any game?
I mean, the Raiders look so good. I don't know. I'm just thinking about the different player props and thinking about my team, and I'm just wondering, can Josh Allen bounce back against the Raiders, or is the Raiders going to continue what they've been doing?
The Raiders this good?
The Raiders were fantastic last week, no?
Well, I mean, it's 1 week, bro. It's 1 week. I mean,
but
this is it.
He looks like a top 5 quarterback.
Stop, bro. Stop, bro. Come on.
What?
Oh my God, bro. Come on. Where's my button?
I'm not even Raiders
Finish
fan.
him.
I mean, last week he looked like a
Call
top 5
terminated.
quarterback. I'm not saying he.
What do you, Schmitty? I don't know what's in the water today. Schmitty, do you think that Josh Allen has a shot at beating the Raiders? The Raiders are Super Bowl contenders. Didn't you hear? Top 5 quarterback. Trolls are out tonight. No phone calls for you for 2 weeks, Josh. No phone calls for you for 2 weeks. You are not allowed to call in for 2 weeks. Alan, you're live. Alan, don't disappoint me.
Hey, what's up, Smitty? How you doing, man? I was calling in. I got Bijan, Gibbs, Hall, and Swift. I'm thinking about trading one of them for a better wide receiver. What do you think? What do you think of a good trade there?
Say it one more time. Actually, let me write them down. Let me write them down, bro.
Bijan. It's Bijan, Gibbs, Hall, and Swift.
And what do you want to do?
I want to trade one of them because I got Kamara sitting on the bench, and I feel like I can get rid of one of my running backs to get a better wide receiver.
All right, I like this. A.J. Brown's nice. I mean, Swift and A.J. Brown, we put the poll up earlier. Might want to go that route, bro. Because he's probably, A.J. Brown's probably the most doubted wide receiver 1 in fantasy right now. Garrett Wilson's a fantastic go-get. And I honestly, I think Garrett Wilson versus Swift is very arguable. Deebo Samuel plus something. Devontae Smith was attainable. Now he's not, and that might happen. That might happen with these guys.
Would you consider packaging maybe Kamara and Swift for like a Jefferson or a Tate?
Yes, of course I would.
Okay. Thanks, buddy.
Yeah, appreciate you later. Thanks for not disappointing me. All right, Lateral Nicholas, don't disappoint me.
Hey, Smitty. Okay, I can start one running back and one flex. Javonte Williams, Garrett Wilson, Breece Hall, Pickens, Flowers, and Kelly.
Let me write this down, bro. Javonte Williams.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Garrett Wilson, Breece Hall, Pickens, Flowers, and Kelly.
And Kelly. All right.
Probably make some trades, huh?
Yeah, you could. So you're starting how many?
I started. It's normal, so it's 2 running back, 2 wide receiver, and a flex. It's a 10-man. I have Chase, St. Brown, and Garrett Wilson as my wide receivers.
So you just need, how many do you need here?
I just need a running back and a flex.
I'm probably going to say Kelly's your safe bet. He's going to get a lot of volume. And then if you want another safe bet, I think Flowers is safer than Garrett Wilson. But Garrett Wilson's like hard to start, hard to sit. That's like your, that's a stud. But I get that the matchup is tough and Flowers is a tiny bit safer. Like at the end of the day, this is a tough decision to make. Because Garrett Wilson, I want to make sure everybody's not freaking out on Garrett Wilson. I need people to be really smart about this. For week 2, you got to ask yourself. You got to. Joel, I'm in the middle of talking to Lateral Nicholas, bro. Joel?
Sorry, Smitty. I forgot mute.
Okay, muted. Thank you. Lateral Nicholas, you got to think of it from this perspective, bro. You've got Flowers in a worst case scenario, probably scores you what? Gets you like 5 catches for 75 yards or something. Garrett Wilson in a best case scenario scores a touchdown and 50, 60 yards, but probably has like 4 catches for 60 yards or something like that, and we'll probably be pretty happy with that. It'll be like a salvageable day. I just think Flowers, the odds of Flowers not getting to Garrett Wilson's floor are almost slim to none. Like, he'll get there. The odds of him not getting there are slim to none. So, honestly, I feel comfortable. I think that Flowers isn't going to leave you going, oh my God, Garrett Wilson has 3 touchdowns against the Dallas Cowboys. But I do want to say this. I want to say, if this was me, I'd have such a hard time sitting Garrett Wilson. I would sit there in a waiver all night long. But it does feel smart and logical to go Kelly and Flowers. It does. Until all these other guys prove themselves. But you do need to make a trade at some point. But Javonte can't be traded high yet. Hall can't be traded high yet. Hall's got a tough matchup. And he's questionable but likely to play. But sharing carries. It's Kelly and Wilson or it's Kelly and Flowers. Flowers is safer. Garrett Wilson's higher risk, but probably a little higher reward. But I'd probably go Kelly Flowers. Does anybody disagree in the chat? Can we get a vote on this? Who are you going if you're picking 2 of these guys? All right, Lateral. Appreciate you.
All right, thanks.
All right, check the chat for an answer later. Vote in the chat, please. Pick 2 of these guys. Is it Kelly and Flowers or Kelly and Wilson or Hall and maybe Garrett Wilson? Does he just start his studs? Joel, you're live.
All right, Smitty. Moment of truth here. All right?
Mm-hmm.
You ready?
I guess.
So I'm in a survivor pool, all right, here?
Uh-huh.
I need one team this week that is for sure not going to lose.
All right. I'm going to tell you, young man, that the team that will not lose in week number 2
Don't steer me wrong, Smitty. I'll be coming for you.
I mean, bro, this is not easy. This is not an easy business. The Niners.
So here's the trick, though. Here's the trick.
No. Don't tell me there's a stipulation. It doesn't. Don't tell me there's a stipulation. You ask me for the guarantee. There's no way the Rams are beating the 49ers, and they're going to get smashed to pieces. You want the guarantee. That's the lock of the week. Tell me your stipulation.
The thing I was going to tell you is that once the way the survivor pool works is,
I know how
we go on throughout the week, and for every slate we have to pick like one team that we know for sure is going to win that week, and then after that week, if you win, if that team wins, you move on to the next week, and then some people get knocked out. And but the stipulation is if you pick, say I pick 49ers this week, then I can't pick the 49ers.
Hey, Joel, I've been doing this 20 years. You don't need to explain Survivor to me. I understand what Survivor is, but I appreciate the fantasy explaining. Joel, 49ers are the pick. Joel, you got to ask yourself, I got to win this week. What good are the 49ers to you if you save them and shit the bed by going some kind of riskier move? Take the easy call, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
So smash the Niners. That's why you called. That's what you got. Appreciate you, Joel. Thanks for having thick skin.
Thanks, brother.
Later. Call tomorrow or call tonight. Later. Guys, explain. Let me explain to you. Who do I start this week? Gibbs or Rashad White? Let me explain to you. Every carry, every touchdown's worth 6 points in fantasy. And then when you get yards, every 10 yards is worth a point for these running backs. He's literally explaining fantasy football to me and Survivor. But honestly, if I had to go another direction, I think the Buffalo Bills, unlike what's his face, Joshua or whoever the hell that was, said, the Raiders, Schmitty, the Raiders, Guy's fantasy explain. The guy's Survivor pool explaining me. The trick is with a Survivor. Let me tell you, Smitty. The trick is with a Survivor. Texas Red, you still here? I'm so sorry about the delay. Box of Juice dropping a $20 wad. Phone calls are over. I got to get to these super chats. Good Lord. Box of Juice coming in with a super chat. Here we go. Box of Juice. Texas Red, you still here? Appreciate you, Texas Red. You're my guy, Blue. You're my boy, Blue. Chosen Money got you right here. Finn's Fanatic got you right here. Hang tight. We got Matt David throwing yours over here. Caleb with a $5 over here. Where's my boy Texas Red? Where's my boy Texas Red? If I missed Texas Red and he's not here anymore, I'm going to be pissed off at myself. Where's he at? Is he still here? I hope he's still here. Texas Red said, to Smitty, who's the phone line sponsor for the month? I missed it when you opened them up. Your hard work is appreciated. The sponsor of the month for the phone line. The highest super chatter of the month for the phone line.
Call into the show.
Is you, Texas Red. You, my friend. You, my friend, are the presented by follower of the month. The highest super chatter in a single live stream. It gets reset every single month. And currently Texas Red is the holder of said amazing spot. Texas Red, we salute.
To the moon.
You, young man. Is he still here? Did he leave? Good God, I think he left. I feel so bad. Where's my boy Texas? Texas, get back here. Get back here. Texas Red's a monster. What the hell is going on here tonight? I have no idea, Dion. Your guess is as good as mine. Box of Juice with a $20 hauler. Let's go.
Alert. Super chat alert.
Mud Dogs, you're going to have to wait on hold. Mute yourself if you could. This is going to be a little bit of a wait, so hang tight if you want to hang on. If you can't hang on, I understand.
Okay.
Mute yourself if you could, though. Thank you. And when I say mute, I really mean it, not pretend mute like Denny does. By the way, Denny's mad at me, guys. Denny's mad at me. He thinks... So Denny was up late, probably sipping back on Grandpa's cough medicine, and I dropped a video upload on the channel. It wasn't live. It wasn't live. And Denny literally in the comments was like, Smitty won't answer. He's calling the phone line while the video is just a normal, like, you know, upload, just sitting there on you know, I'm probably eating dinner and he's calling the phone line, thinking that the video is live. Smitty's not answering. He's blasting me in the comments. Denny's mad at me now. He's like, Smitty won't answer. He's forgot who I am. He no longer likes me. And Denny's just going crazy in the comments of one of the videos. And I'm like, in the comments, every time he responded, I'm like, Denny, this is not live. This is not a live video. You're literally berating me and I'm not even here. Andres, super chat. Andres, mute yourself real quick and I'll get to you. It might be a little bit of a wait. Just hang tight. Box of juice. I think the juice is loose tonight. 20 for the troubles. Hella crazy questions. Let's get serious, boys. On a serious note, I did almost trade CD for Barkley today. Glad I didn't. I honestly would rather have CD, but there's some worry about both of them. And Box of Juice, I hope you didn't take my comments, you know, all that harshly. I just was like, you know, let's get to some business. You can troll if you want, you know, it's fine. I hope we bring the lambasting back. Appreciate you, Box of Juice. Feel free to super chat any old time you want. Still here, brother. Thank you, Texas Red. Texas Red is still here. Good Lord. The man is still here. Excited that he's here. My boy Texas Red, sponsor of the phone line. Highest super chatter of the month.
Call into the show. Call into the show.
Presented by Texas Red with a $300 super chat. Somebody knock him off and kick him off the follower presented by follower line, because you can remove him if you want and then he'll just take it back, because that's the kind of guy Texas Red is. J-Mac says, laughing. Appreciate your super chat, J-Mac, and your support here on the channel. My boy J-Mackey in the building, baby. Caleb coming in with a $5. I got offered Waddle and Pickens for my Derrick Henry. I'm going to say negative on that one, broski. Negative, Ghost Rider. Don't do it. Get more. Get more. You can get more. You can get a lot more, pal. And what was the other question here? Yeah, I mean, I could tell you to, you know, go get like an example would be like Gibbs and Debo. You know what I mean? Walker and Debo. Walker and like that kind of combination. Brees for Garrett Wilson straight up. I can get behind either side. This is what people need to feel, I think, right now with Garrett Wilson. This is his value. Like Brees Hall, right now, Brees Hall will eventually be a top 10 overall player. I firmly believe that, like, come week 7, week 6, week 5, we will be treating him like a top 5 to 10 overall player. That means you couldn't trade for him mid-season unless you gave up a first-round player, and even then the person might say no. Could it take 2, 3, 4 weeks, though? Garrett Wilson has this kind of value, I think. I'm going to lean Brees because I'm going to play the patient game that he surpasses Garrett Wilson. Right now, Garrett Wilson's worth more than Brees, but by a little bit. Brees will be worth more in 1, 2, 3 weeks. I am not trading Brees Hall. He's a top 10 overall player. But Garrett Wilson needs to be respected. What is Flowers' trade value? Best case scenario, Debo. Dameon Pierce. Kenneth Walker. Best case scenario. And some people do it. You throw in a Nacua, and people will give you freaking Christian McCaffrey, apparently. Herbert, A.J. Brown, JSN, or Fields, Higgins, Aaron Jones. Give me Fields, Higgins, Aaron Jones. And you just, you know, maybe flip Aaron Jones or hope he gets healthy. Flowers trade value. Thanks again for that super chat. We've got Llama coming in here with the 12 PPR. White, Kelly, Javonte, DK, pick 2, running back 1 flex. Okay, you're going to go Javonte and Kelly. I don't trust Rashad White. And you're going to go DK, and you're going to call it a wrap. Thank you, Llama. Appreciate you. I'm Tay. Trade Hall for MT and Rashad White. I appreciate you. I'm Tay. I appreciate you. But what I just said about Brees Hall probably made you think, man, I wish I could take that super chat back. Not that I want you to take the super chat back, and I appreciate your super chat. This is Coach Smitty being hard on you for your own good. But Brees Hall is a top 5 to 10 overall player once he gets on his horse in, let's say, 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, could be 3 weeks. And then you're going to say, what in the hell was I thinking? This would be one of the worst trade offers in the history of fantasy football if you trade away Breece Hall for that. Start 2, thank you for asking, though, and hopefully we saved the day. Hopefully Smitty came in and saved the day on this one. It's a bird, it's a plane, it's Captain Save a Smitty. And hopefully, Captain Save an Owner. Hopefully I saved yet another owner today on my mission to save the world from fantasy football absolute horrible trade offers. And you play this one for the young man that sent you that dumb offer.
You are offer sex. You are trade offer sex.
Such a bad offer. Start 2, Kelly, Pickens, Watson, Monty, Pierce. Gonna go with Kelly and Monty, or Kelly and Pierce probably, or Monty and Pierce. That's a tough one. I mean, that's a crapshoot. We need to decide this one probably Saturday night. But right now, I'd say Kelly, assuming he starts, and Monty are the safest plays of the lot right here. The safest plays, not the only plays. Tough call for sure, but the safest plays based on what's probably the projected volume. And given that I love Pierce, I'm trading low on Pierce, but you know, you haven't seen it yet, and you know that the volume's going to be there for the other two. So, you know, safest move, but I think it's a move we need to discuss later. Fanatic, OMG, this is pure comedy. Thanks for the chat. Thank you, Finn's Fanatic. Appreciate your super chat and your there's some humor going on here for sure. Watson and Algier for Hall. What other fantasy show is this entertaining? The answer is none. None of them. None of them. They're all a bunch of Excel sheet Erics. No offense. Some of them are my friends, and they won't get mad. But they're a bunch of Excel sheet Erics. We do it live here. We do it live. This one's from Dopey. This should be good. Watson and Algier for Hall or Walker. Watson and Algier. What in the hell are we doing here? Watson and Algier for Hall or Walker plus a wide receiver. My bad. Dopey, no problem. You don't need to apologize to me. I'm just hard on you so that you crush it. You know what I'm saying? This is Coach Smitty yelling at you. High knees, Dopey. High knees. Give me some push-ups, Dopey. I'm here to make you better and stronger. I still feel like we're at a disconnect here. Watson and Algier for Hall or Walker. Yes. To get an extra player, Dopey, if you get a wide receiver on top of that, we're going to call you a wizard. A trade wizard, Dopey. But I'm definitely going to trade Watson, who's not even playing, who I like and I buy low, and Algier, who's a backup running back, for Breece Hall, who's a top 5 running back in the making. Walker's, we'll call him 7 to 12. 7 to 14 even. He's got the floor, unfortunately, but he's got the upside as well. Hall's a top 5 to 10 running back. He's just the top. He might be top 4 to 10, top 3 to 10, top 1 to 10. Hall might be top 1 to 10. The reason he's got a floor that seems a little lower than we would want is because he's coming back, and they're bringing him back slowly. But get Hall. Hall for Watson and Algier would be a got him moment if I've ever seen it.
Got him.
All right, 530 of you watching right now. Punch that thumb up button, please. Do it live. Do it live. Thank you, my guy. Silver, one of the Silva brothers, coming in strong with a $2. We need to see more of you, Silva. Picked up Ridley from the waiver wire in my league. Come on, bro. Come on. This is really. Yeah, I got to play in a really strong league, Smitty. It's really strong. These guys are absolutely amazing.
Smitty, you're not hearing me. I don't know a lot about fantasy football. I know everything about fantasy football. Woo! You know?
It's unreal.
Big bad boy.
Yeah, Ridley's a big bad boy. We don't even have a Ridley animation anywhere, and I'm ashamed of myself. I'm taking away that guy's Bijan card.
Your Bijan card has been revoked.
Unbelievable. Waiver wire fodder. Okay, let me go to the phone callers real quick. Mud Dogs, I can't keep you on too long because I got super chats to get to. I'm sorry, but let me help you out real quick. Go, bro. Mud Dogs, hello? You're muted, Mud Dogs.
I'm here. Sorry,
What's up?
I was muted.
Yeah, what's up? What's up?
Sorry. You know what's funny is the number in my phone still says NFL Dong. Remember you used to say that all the time on the show?
Yeah, that's the number. NFL Dong.
I know, it's so funny, but I never hear you say it anymore. You never say Dong.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just I'm trying to bring a little class to the
That's
channel.
how long I've had it. That's how long I have it programmed in my phone for.
I'm just trying to bring a little,
So
just
I got
a
question.
touch of class to the channel, just a touch. I know we don't have a lot here, but just as much as I can.
Gotcha. I got you. So I got 2 trade offers actually sent to me in 2 different leagues. I don't know if I can ask you 2 questions or not, but the first one is in one of my leagues, the guy offered me Jahmyr Gibbs, but he wants Olave or Ridley back. What do you do the deal?
I'm not doing the Ridley deal. I want Ridley's a first round pick. Olave's borderline top 12 overall player, bro. Gibbs is slightly below because we don't have the full send commitment by the coaching staff yet that we know is probably coming. Similar to, we didn't have it for Swift walking into week 2.
Right.
I would say Swift is more of an enigma walking into week 2 than Gibbs is walking into week 2 for sure. Like Gibbs, we know Gibbs is going to get used, but Olave is a monster, bro. So I tend to say, like, can you do something different? And if you could get something back, it would make sense. But if we're drafting today and being honest with ourselves, Olave is going like a couple slots, not a ton, over Gibbs.
Right.
But
Well,
I mean,
here's my lineup. So you tell me if you think I even need it. So I got Burrow, Jamar Chase, Olave, Javonte Williams, Khalil Herbert, Luke Musgrave, and Calvin Ridley in my starting lineup. 2 guys on my bench that I think be good fill-ins is Kamara and Drake London. So in Jahan Dotson. So do you even think I need Gibbs?
So you name your team again: Burrow, Chase, Olave, Kamara. Who you're running?
Javonte Williams, Khalil Herbert, Luke Musgrave, the tight end from Green Bay, and Calvin Ridley in my flex. But I said on my bench I have Kamara, Jahan Dotson, and Drake London.
Man, I really badly want you to get Gibbs, but part of me is like, can you get rid of jeez, bro. What's the chat think here?
I tried to give him everybody from my bench. I offered Kamara, I offered Drake London, I offered Khalil. I gave him a 2-for-1. He turned out everything.
Can you get anything back from him with Gibbs when you do the Olave trade? Guys, what do you think on here? I mean, this team right here, you've got amazing wide receivers. You got Kamara eventually coming back. I'd probably say roll with Olave over Gibbs in this situation, but man, I love Gibbs. I just think Olave is safer. I just think he's safer right now. But it looked like he got banged up. It sounds like it was like cramps and I don't know.
I mean, the only guy I can ask for would be somebody from his bench, and his bench isn't really strong. He's got James Conner, he's got Breece Hall, which he's not giving up, Terry McLaurin, Jalen Warren, and Mike Thomas. I really don't like any of those guys.
Yeah, Travis, he tried to give those combinations. This guy won't trade. This guy wants, so we can't come up with other ideas. He's already shot down everything. So we just got to decide: is Olave?
I come up with like 10 different scenarios for him. He said it's either Olave or Ridley.
Yeah. Okay, so Olave or Gibbs? Final answer: Olave or Gibbs? What are we doing here? What are we doing here? All right, hey, check the chat for the vote. I'm going to say Olave, but let's see what they say. Okay. All right, appreciate you, man.
Real quick, the other one.
Hurry,
You got a second.
hurry,
So
bro. Like I got a second,
offered-
not a minute. Go.
Yep, I got you. I was offered. I'm panicking now because I was distracted. I was offered. I was given Joshua Kelly and Drake London away for DJ Moore and what's his name, Miller on the New Orleans. What's his first name? The running back.
Kyrie
Miller.
Kendra. Yes, go get DJ Moore. Get DJ Moore. Buy low.
So
Do
that trade.
Yeah,
right.
go get DJ Moore. Everybody says keep Olave. Later. All right.
Thank you.
Yeah. And maybe you can trade. Hey, if you're still listening, Mud Dogs, maybe now DJ Moore becomes an option for you in terms of trade. Andres, you got a quick amount of time, bro. I can't do a long call. Silver in the building. Where you been, Silver?
Hello?
Yeah, real quickly, Andres, as fast as you can. Go.
Okay, I'm gonna try to do as fast as I can. Basically, I have Jerry Judy on my bench. I know how you feel about him, but I have somebody that really is optimistic about him and really wants him. So he has. I wish he could go through the team, my team and his team, but basically he has Kenneth Walker that he wants to give me, and he says Flowers. I wanted to go through the team breakdown so you see if you can give me maybe the best Smitty offer to maybe Smitty.
Yeah, I don't have time to go through the whole team, but I'll just say if you could get if you could get Walker for Judy, you'll be a wizard.
Yeah, because he wants to give me something on top of Walker, not just Walker. So he wants to give me like Flowers.
Done.
Williams. I'm not really,
Done.
I don't really care about Michael Williams.
Look, I wish I could say like I'm patient enough to like hear if there's a better offer, but just sticking my hand out and saying done. It's like Kramer with the coffee.
Yeah,
when Kramer spills the coffee on himself and it burns himself, and he gets the attorney, and the attorney goes in and tries to negotiate the amount of money Kramer's going to get from McDonald's or whoever the coffee was, it burned him. The guy said in the boardroom, we're going to give Kramer $100,000 and free coffee for life. They walk in and they say, we'll give you free coffee for life. And he sticks his hand out too early and says, I'll take it. And he doesn't get the $100,000 because he didn't shut his mouth. That's what I'd probably do in this scenario. I don't even care what else there is. Give me Walker and Flowers, and I'm walking away with a big smile on my face. Coffee for life on him. Easy call. All right, Andres, I got to go. Later, pal. River, you got 30 seconds, River. I got to go.
I just wanted to say I think Raiders are going all the way this year. I'm playing.
Bro, I was about to hit this button.
No, I'm playing. But I don't know if you remember I'm trying to get rid of Diggs right now for 2 players, and I got an offer for Garrett Wilson and Cam Akers for Diggs. My running back situation's weak because I got Jonathan Taylor and I had J.K. Dobbins.
Say it again.
Got a trade. J.K. Dobbins was my running back, and so is Jonathan Taylor. I got a trade for. I had Stephon Diggs, and he's going to give me Garrett Wilson and Cam Akers for Diggs.
No. You just wasted my marker. You just wasted my marker, bro. Who's Cam Akers? Remind me who this guy is again. This is the backup running back in the Ram situation. Is that who this is? Cam Akers? I mean, Kyron Williams took his job probably, and they play the Niners in week 2. And I get they did well. I get everybody's excited about them, but this is a paper tiger week 1 for them, I think. I think the Rams are coming off a nice, effort, but this is not, Akers is not enough to move the needle on that. Diggs is worth the world, bro. And I love Garrett Wilson, but the gap between Diggs and Garrett Wilson, unfortunately, it got a little wider. It's not as big as everybody, I think, is pushing out there. The narrative is not fair to Garrett Wilson. He's a low-end wide receiver 1. He's not some wide receiver 2. Right. But the gap is a lot bigger than it was. There's Cam Akers doesn't even fill that gap even a little bit, bro. He's like waiver wire fodder almost at this point. Like would I pick him up if he was dropped? It depends. But no, absolutely not, River. Appreciate you, River. Go get more. Go get a lot more. Go get a lot more. You need like a Debo or a Dameon Pierce, bro. To get that done. Nick from Arizona, you've got 30 seconds.
Yo, it's good, Smitty. I got Tony Pollard, Kenneth Walker, DeAndre Swift, and Tyler Algier. Would you trade any of them to like a 2-for-1, or which one of those guys would you trade, and like who would you go for?
Read them off.
Tony Pollard, Kenneth Walker, DeAndre Swift, and Tyler Algier.
I mean, I probably would trade Tyler Algier. Let me just think here.
My wide receivers are Tyreek Hill, Ridley, and Evans.
Hill, Ridley, Evans. Can you trade Evans and Algier for, and you're not going to be able to go get a monster with this, but you could keep this intact. I mean, Evans and Walker for, and the trouble is you have Pollard, like Gibbs. Evans and Walker for Gibbs. Algier and Evans for Gibbs. Algier and Evans for Yeah, Walker and Evans for Gibbs. Algier and Evans won't get you Gibbs, but maybe it gets you like a wide receiver. Let me look at the fantasyfootballshow.com rankings where you can get your year-round fantasy football advice, your one-on-one predictions, all that stuff. Like CeeDee Lamb's undervalued. Devontae Smith's off the table now. Waddle's undervalued. I mean, Chase is undervalued, but can you even come close to getting a Evans and Walker for a Chase? I don't think so. Maybe Evans, Walker, and Algier for Chase, but you're riding really thin at that point. But I don't know. JT using Algier, JT using Evans just for an RB. Waddle's probably one of your best bets, I think. Waddle's a really, really underrated receiver right now. Debo's really, really good right now. Algier for Debo, I've seen people do it. You don't know until you try. Some people hate Debo right now.
You'd rather keep Swift over Algier.
Come on, man. Really? Really?
I mean, I'm just saying you could use Swift as like
no,
right
no,
now.
no, but go back to what you said right now. Really? Like, how are Algier and Swift even close right now? And I'm not mad at you. Some of this is to like help people, because some people might be thinking the same thing that you're thinking. So my passion against what you just said is not against you. Okay, so please understand that. Have thick skin with it. But really, I mean, Algier and Swift just had 170 yards and a touchdown, and Algier's a backup running back that's in a great situation. That could be spot work, flex play. No doubt about it. No doubt about that Algier's got a role in a fantasy football lineup as a flex. But Swift just climbed maybe into high-end running back 2 territory, if not crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is crazy to me. And this is not just you, bro. There are so many people giving up the world for Tyler Algier. It's insane to me. And this Puka Nacua nonsense is out of control. Puka Nacua, Tyler Algier, Joshua Kelly. We're week 1. People, week 1 in one game. We're week 1 and one game in. And Puka Nacua is now the new Cooper Kupp. Tyler Algier over Bijan to some people. This is absolutely insanity. Swift over Algier, you bet your bottom dollar I want Swift over Algier by 100,000 miles. And I'm insulted you asked me. But I still love you. I mean, you're from Arizona, Nick. I got to forgive you at some point. We're Arizonians together. But good Lord, bro. I'm just trying to...
I mean, I've been with Truther all along and kept on to him. But I think
have you?
Since he came off that, you could trade a Evans and a Swift for, like, a high end. Like, what about A.J. Brown for Evans and Swift?
No. Because Evans is worth way more than that, I think. But like Swift and Evans for, let's reach really high and say Swift and Evans gets you Jamar Chase, who did badly. Like, you got to think that big. Swift had that big of a game. You cannot discount Swift. You cannot discount Swift, bro.
Swift and Evans for day.
You have all of the leverage right now from somebody that needs an RB. All of the leverage. I'm not saying don't sell Swift though. Like, understand me, Nick. Selling Swift's okay. But like Algier and Swift, the way you worded it was as if there's like some sort of like, comparable, like you throw them in here, it's not going to get you even close to the same player. You're talking about getting a first class player back. If Swift's involved with Evans, then if you throw Algier in, then you're getting like a 4th round player, or if you're lucky, someone sleeping on a 3rd rounder and equivalent type player if we're drafting today. And you get Evans, you give Evans and Algier, and you get a Waddle. That would be the play if you're going to go the Algier route. If you're going Swift, and I'm not saying don't sell Swift high, but if you sold Swift high, you're going Chase, baby. You're going Diggs, like you just said. You're going big time. Papa's going to the big time, baby, when you're doing that. Okay? Don't.
Man,
Hey, Nick, I appreciate you. I'm not mad at you. All right, call in anytime. Don't be afraid to call in. I'm sorry I yelled at you. I don't know if he's calling back. Nick, I'm sorry, Nick. Laundromat Jack, this is the last call. I got to get these super chats out of the way. Go, Laundromat. You're the last caller.
No worries.
30 seconds.
No worries, Smitty. I want Bijan Robinson.
Who doesn't?
I have Jonathan Taylor and I have DeAndre Swift. Would that be too much to give for Bijan, do you think?
Say it again. DeAndre Swift and who?
Jonathan Taylor.
Swift and Taylor for Bijan.
He also has Gibbs, and I think he's low on Gibbs. So I want both of them, honestly, but it'd be complicated to try and make a trade.
Can you get anything back, bro? Because I want to say Bijan's better. Yes, I probably take Bijan if I get something. But the problem here is if JT does come back and balls out, you're going to lose this trade. But JT has to come back and ball out, and we don't know that that's going to happen. I was just trying to. I don't mind. Yeah, I don't mind this deal. But you need to walk in and say, "Bro, give me a drop." And he's like, "Well, who?" Yeah, I don't know. Dotson. He's shitty. Dotson's. I'm not saying he has Dotson, but you get my drift. Dotson or Pickens or Christian Watson. There's people dropping these fools, man. People are dropping Dotson, Pickens, and Christian Watson right now. You throw that in, guess what? This scale got rebalanced on the side of Bijan and slammed down on that side in terms of value just by adding in the right player, bro.
Okay.
So, don't just fold like a chair on this and take one. Try and get two. And honestly, do the foot in the door phenomenon. You're really close to doing it. He's getting excited. Swift went nuts. He's about to get him, and you're like, I just need somebody else. And then you're just kind of like backing out a little bit, and he's gonna slowly give you what you want. You just gotta work it. He sounds like he's after you, right? He wants to do this deal.
He doesn't want Gibbs. He's scared of Monty.
He doesn't want Gibbs. You see, he could trade Gibbs away.
Yeah, I mean, he has Gibbs and he has Bijan. I want them both, and he has Christian Watson. I'm just trying to work out a trade where I give them, where I get all of them.
Well, can't you get Gibbs using Swift?
Like a straight up?
Why not? If he's scared of him.
Yeah, I mean,
Do it live.
All right. Thanks, buddy.
All right, later. Appreciate you. I mean, am I wrong, chat? I don't think I'm wrong on this. All right, super chats. Let's go. I have your league winners. A-Chain Roshan. Should I chill out on Saquon? If you can trade Saquon away, bro, I'm trade him away. I'm trying to get Gibbs, but yes, hang out with those two. Don't let those guys fly. $10 hauler custom 10-man league position limit max 4 running backs. Thank you for the
moon.
$10 super chat. Appreciate you. Let's see here. Hurts, Walker, Sanders, Kelsey, Diggs, Kirk, Algier, benches, Cooper, Gabe Davis, Elliott. Okay, so your running back minimum of 4 doesn't really affect you because you got potentially, you got 2 guys that aren't the craziest. Elliott, I'm not, sold on Elliott being a big. Let's see here. Elliott Bourne might snag Swift off waiver wire. Might, Manny? We might. What are we doing with this might word right here? What are we doing with this might word? Let me capitalize this for you. Let me change it. Might. I might snag Swift off the waiver wire. You better snag him off the waiver wire. And I don't know if you got the waiver order or a fab, but you better do a full load drop.
Initiate full load drop.
You better do full load droppage on Swift because that is a difference maker for you. That allows you to get into this race that you're kind of in. And I like your team. Diggs, Kelsey, Walker, Hurts. You're in it. I mean, you're in it. Trades Algier. I'm selling Algier because apparently he can get you the world. I'm selling Algier and Sanders. I pick up Swift with a full load drop, and I'm on my way. Cooper and Algier for a Waddle. Cooper and Algier for a player like Gibbs. And then I'm walking to the bank, opens at 9 a.m., and I say, hey, can I get a cash advance on my winnings? Here's my team. You show them the napkin. You write your team out. You show them the napkin. They say, wow, Bob, come take a look at this team. And then they yes or no. I don't know. That's not true. I don't think they'll give you an advance. But that's how you improve the team. Thank you so much for the super chat. Jolts, trade away Joe Mixon and Dobbs for Debo and Brian Robinson. Probably take the Debo side, to be honest. I don't like Joe Mixon at all right now. Maybe you wait. I don't know. Rush says, LOL, other podcasters don't measure up. Appreciate the kind words. Thank you, sir. Trade little T. Higgins for Garrett Wilson. I would take Garrett Wilson. It could be a tough week to do this, though. Like, if you could, like, have the offer up and as soon as the games start, hit accept so it goes through the next week and then let little T. Higgins outscore Garrett Wilson maybe this week. $10 hauler from Austin. Austin, appreciate you with the 10 spot. 3 bench spots are full on my team. Joshua Kelly being one of them. Should I drop Puka because he's a risk with that oblique injury? Replace him with Michael Pittman or Nico Collins as a flex and use Kelly. I use Kelly, but would I pick up Michael Pittman over Puka? I would rather have Michael Pittman over Puka, and I'm not even the biggest Michael Pittman guy. I'm not. And that just shows you how much this Puka Nacua stuff is just out of control. But here's the other thing, though. You know what? I actually, no, forget what I just said. Strike it. Strike it. Hopefully you're not on the button right now and you hit it. You can trade Puka for more than Pittman. I keep Puka, and I trade him right now. I work the trades all night long. I get on the ringer, and I say, Puka's for sale. And everybody's going, oh, my God, Puka's for sale. Puka, this guy's amazing. They haven't even made his jersey yet. But yet everybody's acting like he's the best thing since sliced bread. Puka Nacua, trade him away. You can get the world. Never mind. Pittman won't get you what Puka can get you. I'm holding on to Puka because he sounds like a pot of gold at this point, and you can get the world. You can get the world for Puka. Trade my Garrett Wilson Kamara for Ridley JT in a millisecond. I take the Ridley JT side because, actually not in a millisecond, no. Yeah, I take not in a millisecond, but I didn't mean to disrespect that Garrett Wilson side that much, but I would say JT, who I think will be traded or he's going to play. He'll be cleared. He'll be ready. There's risk there, but Kamara, there's risk too. And you know, JT's out one more game, and I get all that, but Ridley's such a top 5 wide receiver. I'm going to bank on JT being equal to Kamara, and then you win the trade. Start 2 running backs, McKinnon, B-Rob, or Kelly. I'm going to go with McKinnon and Kelly. I know it's risky going McKinnon. It's certainly risky. I can also get A-Chain and Roshan off waivers. I pick up Roshan. I don't know that I necessarily drop McKinnon, but I start Kelly and Roshan this week. And I do it live. Absolutely. Bobby Boy dropping a 2-wad. Kamara over K9. They're very close. I own both. Trade one, have Charbonnet. If I'm trading one, I probably trade... I trade the one that gets me the best deal because I like both of them near equal. So, Bobby, it really depends on the deal. You know what I'm saying? Because I could get behind trading both of them. Andres with a 3-month membership question says, Swift and Flowers for my Judy or KW and Flowers. So Swift and Flowers for my Judy or KW, Kenneth Walker and Flowers. I don't understand this question, Andres. Like, first of all, it's like you're saying Swift and Flowers for my Judy or... So I think you're saying Kenneth Walker and Flowers or Swift and Flowers for my Judy. Like, let me just set you straight real quick. You can't get Swift alone for Judy, and you're trying to get Flowers on top of that. You can't get Kenneth Walker alone for Judy, but you're trying to get Flowers on top of that. If you can get Flowers and one of those guys, and either one's great... You are a fantasy football trade wizard, and we will salute you. I just don't see how that's even possible. Do I have that right? I think that's how you're wording it. Michael with the super chat. I asked earlier, trade Hall and Puka for Garrett Wilson, Monty. Went to the chat, but you forgot to give me the result. Well, the chat. I mean, I'm not going to give you the chat result. You got to look at the chat for yourself, Michael. They were voting on it. But I would say here, Garrett Wilson, Monty versus Hall and Puka. I'm going to go. What did I even say? I'm wavering on this one already. Let's ask the chat one more time. Puka and Hall for Garrett Wilson and Monty. Maybe I never answered it because I said I was going to let it. Maybe that's what you're saying. So, Michael, on that, I apologize. Can we get a new vote on this one? Hall and Puka for Garrett Wilson, Monty. One reason I'm tempted to say Hall and Puka is then you trade Puka and go get Debo by using Puka and another player and go getting Debo. Then at the end of the day, you got Hall and Debo, or Waddle and Hall because you traded Puka and another player and got Waddle, or you got Debo, or you got another player like Puka for Christian Watson or something like that. This Puka Nacua nonsense, it gets you the world. You can get whatever you want. Pot of gold for Puka, apparently, and Algier. Those guys. Imagine if you had Puka and Algier together. You'd be unstoppable. You could get any player you want. You could go get Tyreek Hill, according to the masses. If you traded Puka Nacua, Puka and Algier. It sounds like somebody's speaking another language. Puka, Algier, Puka, and Tutu. Stafford's got receivers named Tutu and Puka. Algier, bless you. Algier, bless you. Puka, what'd you say? What'd you call me? What's the chat think here? What are we doing here? Puka, DJ Moore, Pittman, or Monty? I'm going DJ. Monty's safer. DJ Moore's high risk, high reward. What are we doing here? What are we voting on this one? Can we vote, please? We need a Puka animation. Flowers and to the moon. I have Puka and Algier. Preet, what are you waiting for? Go offer it for Christian McCaffrey straight up. Apparently it works. Puka hype, Puka train JJ. Can we get a vote on this, please? Let's not forget Michael this time. All right. The phone lines are closed for the rest of the night. Not opening them. I'm sorry, guys. I know a lot of you are dialing in. In Dynasty, I didn't get Law Dog, but I traded Kyron and Wandale for Purdy. I don't mind that. Kept my studs. Now I have Lamar and Purdy after Rodgers' injury. Pretty excited. That's a really nice move. I like Purdy a lot, bro. What are we getting here? Breeze side. Garrett Wilson, Monty, Puka. Puka and Tutu. Tutu, you go right. Puka, you go left. No, Tutu. You dropped it, Tutu. Puka would have caught it. Puka. Tutu. No wonder Stafford couldn't learn their names. Puka. Tutu and Puka. Think I could pull either trade Wilson Dotson for Amon-Ra or Amon-Ra James Cook for Wilson and Pollard. Give me Wilson and Pollard over Amon-Ra and Cook. Wilson and Dotson for Amon-Ra. I would take Amon-Ra over Wilson and Dotson, if that makes sense, bro. Just to give you all angles of that. DPP, is Javonte still a moon man for you? I mean, yeah, bro, 1 week's gone by, and he hasn't been unleashed yet. Is Breece Hall still a moon man? Yeah. So why can't we give Javonte the same respect, you know what I'm saying? So absolutely still super high on him, bro. Let's see here. Steve, yo, Smitty, who are we starting this week in week 2? Full PPR. 2 wide receivers and a flex. 2 running backs, 2 wide receivers. I don't know, bro. Garrett Wilson. Let's see here. Sanders and Kelly, Garrett Wilson, Javonte, 2 wide receivers already filled. I mean, this is like a confusing question. Maybe you could dial some of this down with just the options. 2 running back, 2 wide receivers. My brain's hurting for this, Steve. What are we doing here? Sanders and Kelly, and let me just rank these for you because I don't know what you're doing here with this question. Appreciate your super chat though. Miles Sanders, no. Kelly, Garrett Wilson, Javonte. If I'm ranking these, I'm going to say in order, I want Kelly as the safest play, Garrett Wilson as my second, probably Javonte, then Sanders. I mean, Sanders, Javante's close, but I'm definitely putting those guys behind Garrett Wilson. I appreciate your super chat. Thank you. Will Smith Sr., 10 PPR, redraft, 1 flex, start wide receiver, Evans or Garrett Wilson. I'm going to go probably Evans this week, and I hate to say that, but Evans, he scored a touchdown. He looked really good, but Garrett Wilson's hard to sit. Would you rather trade, and don't sit Garrett Wilson after this week, would you rather trade Saquon and Dotson for Gibbs and Olave, or Saquon and Njoku for Kelsey and James Cook? You're not getting either one of these done, Wheezy. I don't know what you're thinking. This is you coming up with this late at night with your like in your journal. Like what are we doing here? If you pull this off, I'm gonna be so impressed with your trade skills, bro. Would you rather have Saquon and Dotson for Gibbs and Olave? Gibbs and Olave crush Saquon and Dotson. Saquon and Njoku for Kelsey. I mean, that I get that Olave one done, but I'd do either one. You pull either one of those off, I'm going to be ultra impressed with you, my guy. Again, this one's hard. I don't know what the total vote was, Michael, on this, but my thinking here with this trade is I'm going to go with the Hall side, and then I try and trade Puka because Puka he could be traded off so easily. Flex JSN, Warren, Sky, Roshan, Watson probably out, injured. Flex JSN, Warren, Sky, Roshan. Warren's your safe play. Roshan's your high risk, high reward. You got to understand that if you play Roshan, he might not be ready yet. I have a feeling people are going to, if let's say they give Khalil Herbert a lot of run and Roshan doesn't get like any work, and a majority of what he got last week was because they were down, or the game was like the end of the game. I think people are going to freak out and think Roshan's nothing. He might be the patient play still, but he's kind of a high risk play. I really do like him a lot. But if you wanted safety, Warren's probably your safest, but Roshan's your high risk, high reward. You could get 2 points or you could get 15 or 20. He had like 15 to 18 points depending on your scoring format last week. What about Waddle and Pittman for Henry? I think you're dreaming. If you're getting Waddle and Pittman, that's not enough. If it's the other side. So just to let you know, Henry's more valuable there. Henry deserves to get a lot more than that. Told my brother to drop Swift. I have third waiver wire. That's pretty mean, Manny. That's not a very good brother. Bro, that sounds like collusion to me. But I still appreciate you. Thanks for the super chat, Manny. Convince his brother to drop Swift. That's mean, bro. Wilson, Puka for Waddle. Or Debo, Puka for Chase. I go Debo, Puka for Chase, and I have him take a lap after he does that trade. That's great. Andrew at the movies. What am I doing here? I meant to hit the moon, man. Andrew at the movies, appreciate you dropping the wad. Should I offer Drake for JT? Absolutely. Have Jefferson, Amon-Ra, A.J. Brown, have Pollard, Najee. Absolutely. Figured it's fair. Definitely. You sit JT. Same thing with Kamara. Kamara and JT are fantastic go-gets for people that have very, very good depth on their bench. This one is from, that's Andrew at the movies. Thank you, Andrew. Appreciate you at the movies. What movies are you at, by the way? What movies have you seen lately, guys? Are there any good ones out? Is Love and Pickens too much to give up for Debo? In a 1 QB, no. And that's a fantastic move. In a 2 QB, yes. Rock out. Smitty, you screwed me letting me play Swift. Thank you, Rock out. Appreciate you. I got that in week 1. I didn't get that in week 2. Ray, is Monty a safer start? Lost Ekeler this week. Is Monty a safer start or safe start? Yeah, it depends on the options, though, Ray. Like, I have no options here, so my answer is going to be yes, but depends on what else you have. Monty's a very, very decent play, like low-end running back 2 at a minimum. Legend, Debo for Kamara plus DJ Moore. I take DJ Moore and Kamara, and I run. And I run, bro. Traded Kirk, Lamar for Allen and Cup. Josh Allen, I hope. If that's Josh Allen, you smashed it. If it's Josh Allen, you did good on both accounts, bro. Absolutely love you for doing that, pal. Cameron, appreciate you for becoming a member. And we're caught up, and we'll take a couple phone calls, and then we're out of here. And then we are out of here. DC Hogs, I don't know if I ever got Hogs' question. Hogs, you still here? Oh, he did re-ask London. Okay, so I can get rid of that. Thank you. 500 of you in here. Punch that thumb up button. We're going to take 2 or 3 phone calls, 30 seconds only, and then we're out.
Call into the show. Call into the show.
If I missed anybody's super chat, please let me know. I don't think I did, but you never know. Your boy has a lot of them on the screen, and I sometimes can botch it. So if I missed a super chat, please let me know. I don't think I did. I'm scrolling through. I may have checked one off, and then I didn't answer it or something. And I can definitely help you if you just let me know. Rockout says, chat meal had 5 guys, bacon cheeseburger. Attaboy, Rockout. I'm pretty hungry. You're making me hungry right now. Ethan the Negative, you have 30 seconds. Go.
Smitty, I saw that 24-hour live stream. Those are rookie numbers in this bracket. You got to pump those numbers up.
Yeah, we were at 5. We were over 5. We're over 500 live viewers the entire stream.
Yeah, I know, it was crazy. I was also going to say, I think Wilson, the only thing that can save him and keep him in that top 5 is Winston. So, just wanted to get that out there.
Well, they may potentially. There's a lot of Kirk Cousins talk if the Vikings but I don't know if the Vikings want to do that now. But could they? He's got the dead cap of $50 million too, so I don't see how it's possible. And then there's Wentz. There's a lot of other options, but Zach Wilson might be a little bit better than people think for this situation. But we'll have to see. I think he could also crap the bed. I don't know how to feel about Zach Wilson, but there's some talk about Aaron Rodgers. Today, is it possible, feasible for him to come back if, let's say, this team did make the playoffs through defense? And they just were a tough.
I saw that.
That would be. Wouldn't that be a story if Aaron Rodgers came back in the playoffs? That'd be insane. I would be rooting for it, to be honest. And quarterbacks have a lot better chance of doing something crazy like that. Achilles are career ending for running backs, but not other positions. All right, appreciate you, Ethan. We're out of time, bro.
Can I just say, though, that Winston thing wasn't about making the playoffs. That was just about throwing Wilson the ball. Let's get that out there.
Yeah, all right, later.
30 and 30.
Later. Chris from Vegas, you got 30 seconds. Go. Appreciate you.
Hey, Smitty, how's it going?
I'm good, bro.
Real quick, I just want to let you know I did trade Pittman for Zay Flowers. The guy did accept, so we're just waiting for it to process.
I like it.
I'm trying to package Godwin and Pacheco together to try to upgrade the receiver position, but I've been turned down from even 2 for 1, for Waddle. I got turned down, so I'm not sure what.
That's a little high. Go Debo at thefantasyfootballshow.com for my rankings. I'm going to look at the rankings and say, Debo, DJ Moore would be fantastic for that situation. I like DJ Moore a lot.
Okay, yeah, I got DJ Moore. So
okay, well then, yeah.
But I'll try for Debo, though.
Yeah, Debo would be good. All right, later, bro. All right, Chris, appreciate you. Texas Red gets a little more time because this is the highest super chatter of the month right here. Texas, what can I do for you?
Hey, it's all good, brother. I don't need a whole lot of time. I just wanted to check in with you on the Darren Waller situation because you put him in the panic chamber, and after 1 week against my Dallas Cowboys, Danny Dimes was under severe pressure.
Mm-hmm.
I know he has a injury history. I know there's a lot of negatives that you can throw his way, but there's also negatives at Kelsey right now. Is there any hope that Waller comes out and puts some value back on his name?
100%. 100%. Would I trade him away cheap or low? No. But do I feel like at his age, because he's an older player, Ziggy, how old is Darren Waller?
He's 31.
Darren Worley is 58 years old.
58 years old. Ziggy.
That's wrong Waller.
Repeat that.
That's wrong Waller.
Daryl Worley is 58 years old.
No. Ziggy,
No.
when
He's
is
2 years
Darren
younger
Waller's
than Kelsey,
birthday?
Smitty.
Hold on, Red. Ziggy, how old is Darren Waller?
Darren Waller is 31 years old
He-
and was born on September 13th, 1992.
Yeah, so he was born on September 13th, so he just turned. That's old, bro. I'm not saying that a tight end, and you look at Kelsey and you're like, he's old too. But Kelsey's been doing it, and he doesn't have any sort
no
of
doubt.
injury
No doubt.
risk
But I
other
didn't
than
draft Kelsey
right,
in the 7th round.
right. True. And that's why I say the risk is low, but the opportunity to sell him in a dry tight end market where everyone's freaking out and he's now playing, and he says he's going to play, but there's a lot of risk for injury for him. He's an injury-prone player, older player, a lot of injury risk. And so my whole thing was he's in the panic chamber.
Here's a lot of risk by Top Shelf Tay.
Ziggy, off. He's worthless, bro. But I mean, I'm selling him to go get Debo. I'm selling him to go with another player to get Waller. I'm selling him to get Dameon Pierce. The whole point is buy low, sell high. Waller is back. He's playing. The tight end market's dry. Everybody's freaking out about tight ends. There's some hope for some ambulance chasers that are saying, I got nothing at tight end. I might as well go for Waller. He's coming back. And you got this guy. You got prying Peter, who's prying over there going, this guy probably doesn't know Waller is coming back. I don't know. People are just all over the place trying to scour for tight ends. And I think Andrews and Waller, because of how bleak the tight end market is, there's more of an appeal to go risk it for them. And I want to get rid of both of them because I feel like you can just get we're not going to have Debo and DJ Moore and Fields and Josh Allen and Burrow and Christian Watson. I'm not saying him straight up. I'm just giving names. And Waddle and Walker, Kenneth Walker and Breece Hall and Gibbs in some ways. We're not going to see even 60% of these guys, maybe even 40% of them at buy low value at all walking out of week 2. So we have to, Garrett Wilson, we have to strike now on the buy lows more so than worrying about can Waller still say, I'd rather go get a player like Kincaid, who is on waiver still in a lot of leagues. He got cut last week, and so his percentage of being owned in some cases went down because he was owned in a lot of leagues, but coming out of week 1, people dropped him. So I'd rather go Kincaid, and you give me a freaking DJ Moore instead of Waller, and I'll go Kincaid, DJ Moore. You give me a freaking, I don't know, every guy I just mentioned, a quarterback upgrade. I think Waller could be used in a QB upgrade pretty nicely. You could go get a Josh Allen right now using Waller. Just throw him in if you've got like a mid-range quarterback. That's all I'm saying, bro. It's not about like cutting bait, cutting them, giving up all hope. I know you got certain loyalties to the situation that probably are a little biased, I imagine, right? Like you're hoping that this works out.
Oh, yeah. Well,
yeah.
Well, I landed him in 2 leagues, and it's, the 2 leagues I really care about. But it wasn't that I overpaid for him. He just kind of fell. And I feel like he has the opportunity, and he killed it in training camp. And there's no wide receivers to catch the ball. Like Danny Dimes,
It's injury. It's only injury.
Absolutely destroyed by Dallas offensive line or defensive line.
If you
he's going to get opportunity.
If you guaranteed me, bro, if you had the Gray's Book Sports Almanac and you only looked in the amount of games played column and you just covered up how he did. If you guaranteed me that he played 15 games, I would say Darren Waller is a top 5 tight end this year. So that should give you some solace, but the whole problem is I don't know that he stays healthy. I'm just selling off the risk of injury. That's what I'm trying to tell you. And the buy low opportunities are going to be 50% gone. You know, I'd take Garrett Wilson in a heartbeat. And let's say Waller goes out and catches a touchdown and has 45 yards, and Garrett Wilson gets shut down in his Dallas, matchup. I'd go trade Waller for Garrett Wilson coming off a touchdown game.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, 100%. I would do the same thing.
All right. Appreciate you. Hey,
buddy.
Texas
Thank you.
Red, the
Man.
top super chatter of the month so far. Anybody wants to knock them off and become the presented by phone caller All you got to do is drop a $300 hauler from to knock off Texas Red. Rock out. You got a little bit more than 30 seconds, but I do got to roll. Go ahead. Hello?
Hello, you hear me?
Yeah. Hello?
Like, out of IU, Vontae Williams, McLaurin, JSN, and Dobbs, who would you trade so I don't have to make these tough decisions?
Ayuk, I mean, you got to wait on those guys. Ayuk's the only one balling out, right? So
Yeah.
you can't trade anybody, man. Let them gain value, or you're just screwing yourself out of a future solid trade. You got to wait on those big boys. A lot of those guys will bounce back, bro. Just keep the faith. 1 week, no value right now. No value. People are cutting those players.
Okay, out of Devontae, McLaurin, Jason, Dobbs, how you rank that this week?
Javonte, McLaurin, Dobbs, and who?
JSN.
Okay, Dobbs, probably McLaurin, Dobbs, or Dobbs, McLaurin, then Javonte, JSN. Those guys are all really close, bro. I mean, we're waiting for them to get unleashed, and we have no indication as to when.
Right.
All right, call in tonight, bro. Appreciate you later. Rock out, ladies and gentlemen. Rock out. Jerry, you got 30 seconds. I'm hanging up on you. Guys, I got to kick the 4 of you off. You got 26 seconds. Go.
So would you trade Garrett Wilson and DeAndre Swift for Calvin Ridley?
Garrett Wilson, DeAndre Swift for Ridley. Garrett Wilson, DeAndre Swift. Too much. Get a little bit back, maybe.
Okay.
All right, later. Who was this? Was this Rax Poker or is this Niner Rick? Who is this? Is who?
Jerry.
Oh, Jerry. Okay, later, Jerry. Appreciate you. Rax Poker, 30 seconds.
Hey, Smitty.
Yo.
Quick question. Do you think Kenneth Walker / Sharp, Khalil Herbert / Roshan and A-Chain, I could write that out for the rest of the season, or should I look to make some moves?
I mean, it depends on the rest of your team, bro. I have no idea, but I would say
I mean, pretty stacked at wide receiver.
Yeah,
So,
I think it's a crafty way to go, bro. Crafty way to go. I think a lot of people might not like that.
Garrett Wilson, Ridley, Watson, I got all the moon men pretty much.
Yep.
Wide receivers, JSN.
Yeah, let it ride, bro. Let it ride. Let Roshan do some work. I think he could do pretty well.
All right, thanks, Smitty.
All right, later. Appreciate you. Thanks, Smitty, for Bijan. Took him over Ekeler at number 4 overall, and everybody laughed. Yeah, bro. You still got a ways to go. It's not, the final whistle hasn't blown yet, but I think you're gonna do good things. Guys, 30 seconds. This one's Niner Rick. Go.
All right, Smitty, I got to drop somebody on my bench for defense. I got JSN, Quentin Johnson, Charbonnet, Roshan, or Elijah Moore.
Quentin, same again. Quentin.
Pretty sure I can get him back.
Probably Quentin. I think Quentin Johnson.
Quentin Johnson, keep sharp.
Yeah, keep sharp.
Okay.
I mean, keep an eye on them. Monitor them though. All right, later, Niner Rick.
But I got to drop one tomorrow.
Yep, your time's up. Sorry. See you later. Appreciate you, Corey. 30 seconds.
We going AJ Dillon or Christian Kirk rest of the year?
Rest of the year. Let's take it 1 week at a time, bro. This week, AJ Dillon. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens to Aaron Jones. I'm not ready to fully commit, bro. You need to wine and dine me for a little while. I'm not ready to just answer full on, Corey. All right.
All right, bro.
All right, thanks, Corey. For now, though, if Dillon starts, he's a good play. Later. Ninja, you got 30 seconds. Go.
What's good? Lauren and I have the same birthdays. Question is, I have Walker, and I just dropped a Charbonnet for Raheem Mostert. Should I go back to picking up my backup or stick with Mostert? Full PPR.
Charbonnet. If you've got Walker, you need Charbonnet. That's almost a take a lap offense. And Mostert's a good pickup. I'm not like saying you shouldn't have him, but like of those two options, and that's all I have here, you got to have Charbonnet, bro.
Thank you.
You're going to be sleeping like a baby tonight. Later. All right. Thank you. This is Blake P. Blake P. 30 seconds.
Hey, Smitty, what makes you call Puka's bluff? What's the running joke about Puka? What did you see in the film that you thought that he wasn't the truth?
His metrics, first of all, are not through the roof by any means. By any means. He is an average player across the board on metrics, speed, agility. Like, this is a good football player. Understand what I'm saying. He's a good football player that could be a wide receiver 3 in fantasy with the force feeding of Stafford's, production and volume. Once Stafford's eliminated from the scenario, Puka will not be startable. And if he is, he's barely. He's a what? Like I know everyone wants to jump on the Puka train, but he is not by any means some extraordinary athlete, bro.
Yeah, but didn't Cooper Kupp have very mundane?
No. Steve Smith called him the best wide receiver by far in his rookie wide receiver class. He was phenomenal. Like he had a lot of good metrics, and he had an amazing combine. He caught everything. He looked remarkable. Steve Smith was like, "This is my number one wide receiver," and people were like, "Really?" And people didn't. They definitely overlooked him. Like he was not like the clear wide receiver 1 for a lot of people. Hell no. But he did have possess a lot of ability. Puka's not that guy, bro. I know everybody wants him to be so badly. I know they want him to be so badly. It's like an infatuation beyond infatuations. I can't even explain it. I don't even understand it. But Puka is a product of Stafford right now.
But isn't that a part of the whole fantasy outlook?
Yes. But Stafford, the likelihood of Stafford staying healthy is very, very low. The likelihood of Puka staying healthy off the volume Stafford is giving him, that's why he's banged up right now. He wasn't built to be this guy. Like he came in as a intriguing player, and everybody was wondering, oh, he could be one of those like bench guys. Everybody kind of likes him, like maybe in the end of the best ball, round 18, you pick him. You never know if he comes in and fills in. He is not going to hold up at this volume. And I look, maybe he does, maybe he holds up, but he's still not the player everybody thinks he is. He's not, bro. He's not an elite fantasy football wide receiver. He's not. I know everybody, like, it's the craze about him is that everybody feels like he saved their season. Everybody feels like and everybody that has him, that wants him to be this, feels like this is going to be the move that makes them win their league, and it shows. I just don't see it. I don't see it at all. Puka's not the guy. I don't see it. It's the eye test. He doesn't pass the eye test for being an elite player. He doesn't. He's getting volume. He did very good in week number 1, and Stafford targeted him 7,000 times. And so he's going to have good numbers. But that's what Stafford does. That's part of why Cooper Kupp was so good. But Stafford staying healthy is a tall order all on its own, and Puka remaining healthy and doing what he's doing is a tall order on its own. Multiple red flags. I don't know. It's crazy. Puka sounds like you can get the world. You can get the world for him. Listen to you wanting to argue and push back with me on it. And I understand, and I'm not mad at you for it, and I appreciate you and trust your gut. If you think Puka is the next Cooper Kupp, by all means, do your worst, bro. But like the pushback's crazy. Everybody just wants him to be so good. Everybody wants him to be so good. I mean, bro, he's injured and he's going up against the Niners. Is there a chance he's not even able to play week 3 after this one? We'll circle back. The Niners are going to destroy him. And I'm not like a Niner fan. They're just got the defense is outrageous. They're going to shut down. They're going to go for Stafford. They're going to probably injure Stafford because Stafford's not going to stay healthy all year. And Puka will vanish as quickly as he emerged once Stafford is gone. All right, hey, appreciate you, Blake. Thanks for calling in. Young, you got 30 seconds, bro. Trust your gut. Don't cut them because of what I'm saying. Sell them because of what I'm saying. And if I'm wrong and you get the world for Puka, you'll be plenty happy if I'm wrong because you'll still win out. So, Young, you got 27 seconds.
Yo, so the other day you said Kyron Williams was kind of fool's gold. You thought he was fool's gold, so somebody snagged him off waivers. But then you just said today that he took Cam Akers' job. What's your thoughts on that today?
I just think that, first of all, it's the Niners, so it's going to be a crappy game for Kyron. And I like Kyron more than I like Akers, but I don't love the situation. I think long term this Rams situation is going to unravel, and so I want nothing to do with the running game, and I'm selling high if I can.
Yeah, and then so I said I have A-Chain and Roshan. I think those guys are going to be league winners. It's just going to maybe take a couple weeks. So I don't think I could get anything for Saquon right now. I kind of shopped it around a little bit. No one's into it. So I'm just going to hang on to Saquon and just trust in those guys.
All right, bro.
Have Javonte also. So I'm just gonna ride it out for now.
All right, man. Hey, call in later if I go live tonight. Appreciate you. Later.
All right, bro.
This is probably the worst comment of the year. This is the worst comment of the year from Goran, who I have no idea. He disagrees with every single thing I say on this show, and I have no idea why he's here. But this is the worst comment of the year.
You're an I won't trade Puka if Bijan was offered to me.
I wouldn't trade Puka if Bijan was offered to me. Let's go put that on planet Uranus. I think he's already got one over here.
And off he goes to the planet known as Uranus.
No, Goran, this is your first... Brees Hall is undraftable by James. Goran, I wouldn't trade Puka if Bijan was offered to me. Gibbs is cooked by Okafor. Gibbs is trash by Matt. J-Rob says, bro, Brees looked way out of shape. Smitty, LOL, but Brees still looked great otherwise. Okay, nice try, Rob. These are your worst comments of the year. Unbelievable. Super villain start to Algier Hall. Moore, Flowers, Dobbs, Dotson. Probably DJ Moore and Flowers or Dobbs and Flowers. I think we need to wait a little bit. We need to get closer to, Saturday night. Henry for Gibbs and London. It's closer, bro. It's closer, but London's got such trash value. I don't know that that's enough. Like, you could get London almost for free right now. People are like cutting London. So I don't know that I love that. Legend, what's Cup worth? Like a London, a Dotson, like those guys. And either side, I could understand making that trade. I'd definitely stash Cup or JT, especially Kamara, if I've got all this depth. One flex, one wide receiver, Garrett Wilson, Kelly, Godwin. I mean, would I trade Godwin for Cup? Probably, if you could afford it and weather through it and you think you'll stay afloat. But I don't know that Cup's ever coming back. Apparently, Puka took his job. Roshan, JSN, or London for my flex. I'm going to go with probably London's the safest play, but maybe Roshan's a higher risk, higher reward play. PPR, my wide receivers are Watson, London, Dobbs, and Dell. Thanks. Kane, okay. If I'm ranking these guys, I say Dobbs, then, assuming Watson's out, Dobbs, then London, then Dell. And if this is something related to another question, you got to include it in, let's see. Kane might have asked this one. Superflex, my Goff and Ridley for Burrow and Moore. I'd take Burrow and DJ Moore over Goff and Ridley. That's really tough, but I love Ridley, but Burrow's a huge upgrade. Lewis with a $10 hauler. Appreciate that. $10 hauler, my man Lewis. Hey, what's up, Smitty? 12-team T-Law, Jordan Love, B. Hall, Bijan, Kamara, Roshan, Hill, Chuba. Any trades to make this team better? It's a great wide receiver room. I think you wait, bro. You wait on Kamara. You let this team ride. It's a fantastic team. Unless you can trade, if it's one QB, I don't see Superflex anywhere. I'd entertain trading Love away and like a Dotson. You may have to wait a week. Love away with a potential, Roshan if you wait a week and try maybe get some sort of like upgrade somewhere. Love and T-Law, for, a doubted Josh Allen, you could almost like intrigue someone by giving them 2 QBs, but that's a weird trade. Kincaid or Jawan, I'm going Kincaid, especially if you've got to pick one and decide now because you'd have to like cut one. Then I would risk the biscuit with Kincaid for a couple weeks, knowing that the value is there long term. I'm out of here. I'll see you potentially tonight. We went so long tonight. I don't know if I'm going to go live. I probably will go live later, potentially, because we did a long show here. We've been live for freaking 3 hours, but I might try and come back tonight for sure. Like I usually try to do Friday night, so we'll definitely be back if I can make it. I appreciate you. Live Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern, live whenever news breaks. This is the second live stream of the night. See you all later. Deuces. Thank you very much. You guys absolutely rock.